at all. I was just going down the same day as y'all. But I
Yeah.
went down a week early.
Are you trying to imply that you planned the bachelor party?
I'm trying to almost
He's putting it in terms.
exclusively.
I'm
Yes, I
almost
would say
positive
so.
John was all over that.
I mean, I
That
didn't even show up to the
was a
bachelor
mutual
party.
effort.
Seacrest that party.
Sam's main contribution was his friend who came into town and told us to go to Mexico.
And
That's what
I feel like
that's the
all
credit
that-
I'm giving you right now. That's what I'm saying. That's
Without
me
me,
giving
the
you the
part-
credit.
Regardless, Clark is the equivalent of Connor and myself going down.
Going
a week
to
early.
Mexico.
Yeah, if Sam
a
wants to
week
include
early.
himself in this little
Yeah.
metaphor here,
So-
by all means.
Wait,
I just
it's-
still don't understand how that happens though. Like on purpose or is it on accident, right?
It was on accident.
On accident, fully.
And he caught himself just in time, apparently, because he was waiting for the gate and just checked his email, like, oh wait, these dates don't add up. So his bag was checked on the plane, so he had to go back and get it the next day at the airport. So he had to leave the terminal empty-handed and get in an Uber, where like a Hispanic Uber driver was like, "Man, that's crazy," and just like talking to him.
Do you have to pay for a
Alright.
whole nother ticket, or can you just push your ticket back?
It
Yeah, we
sounds like
probably
he
had to
got
pay
off
for-
completely free, like
He went
financially. There
Southwest.
wasn't any
Yeah,
issue
it's
with
pretty,
that.
it's pretty easy to change your flight by a week. I paid a little bit more.
Not once you're on it.
And then he had to, but financially, he did have to pay his Uber driver, and then he also had to live through the shame of explaining to the guy
Yeah.
driving him back from the airport. And Rachel, I'm sure, was giving him shit.
He would be in a
He's
much
lucky.
worse mood if he didn't get his money back from
Yeah, probably.
yeah, fair.
Anywho, I am
Are you
recording. I'm recording.
Alright,
So
yeah.
you can be held liable for anything
You're
say.
on notice.
Everything actually you were saying while I walked away is going to be at the start of this video, which Clark may or may not eventually watch. So I hope you were kind.
You were just
And-
telling the truth.
Yeah. Just a man speaking your truth. We're going to start off with the recap. So last session, we were dealing with the fallout post-tournament, which unfortunately, for the people that were away, was a loss for Team Silky. Walking out of there, you were immediately confronted by the guards, who were looking to speak to Salros and Silky. You opted initially to evade the guards. Basically tell them, "Oh, we'll come and hang out and talk to y'all tomorrow. Don't worry, we'll come to see you." And they didn't really believe you, so they staked out your inn, and you saw a large party of them in the morning. At which point you all freaked out a little bit, went to talk to Perfashis, got told about Inquisitor that might be in town and was in the Citadel with the guards. Saros shits his pants and decides that the answer is that you all should sneak out of the city because he doesn't want to go talk to this guy, which was the right call. And you all turned invisible, altered yourself, turned into a rat, barely evaded a waitress and her strike, and were able to escape from the inn, go to the Profashi family, and were pointed down into the sewers. You were given a letter, which is sealed with a crest that you saw Browick take a large ring off his finger to essentially give the seal and the crest on. That letter is supposed to be delivered to Mr. Profashi in Kirkwall by request of Creeward and Browick. You are going to be able to get on some horses once you make it out of the sewers, which is now, by going to a clearing that he indicated nearby. And then you kind of have your choice on which direction you want to go, north or south of the V-Mark Mountains. South would take you through a forest, which is where Silky's clan lives, and north would take you towards the town that Creeward has told you they believe the smuggling operation of the DeSantis family is at. It also would eventually take you towards the location indicated on the letter that Morteza received from Hockney. Mysterious flippant figure that did not explain himself or really be helpful in any way aside from giving you all a letter.
He was nice.
He was all my characters are nice, Connor. This is a friendly world. that occasionally
Racist.
tries to kill you. A little racist, but in a happy, lighthearted way, guys.
I was gonna say no serious racism so far.
Very
Well,
flippant. Yeah. Well,
Speak
Soros
for
isn't here.
yourself.
You made it down into the sewers and navigated them, successfully finding your way out. You did have some tricks played on you, encountered a few creatures, some gray oozes that did the most lasting damage anything has done to this party by slightly dissolving Soki's axe, which now has a -1 to all of its damage. But it's only -1. I mean, it could have happened worse. Well, Soki probably would have attacked with her axe.
You were
anyways,
role playing
right?
as Silky. I
Yeah,
think
I
we
mean,
can
like-
stand by that.
The next time,
I'd
the next time they encountered something that they didn't know about,
My new axe.
the next time they encountered something that you didn't know about, you attacked it with your dagger. So you learned. Silky was learning on her feet at the time. And you did not find any treasure, but you sure did get tricked into fighting a bunch of weird, gibbering monsters that screamed at you for a little while and freaked some of you out. But you have escaped the sewers. You all smell terrible. And you are looking for the clearing where you can get your horses. And I think that's it. Is there anything I missed in the recap? Anyone want to help me out? I don't know that there was anything else going on aside
That's an
from
important
basically
part.
the escape from the city being kind of the crux of it.
Hey, Salrose or anybody else who does magic, can you kind of clean this off? It smells pretty gross.
Let's wait till we're out of the sewers, otherwise we'll probably get some more on us here. We need to climb out of here, I think.
Oh, I thought we were all the way out.
You
Oh, are we out now?
You are out of the sewers.
Oh,
and
okay.
You are about here. For all sakes.
So the inner loop.
You are out of the city. Basically right up by the walls, but not near one of the gates.
Did you draw on the map?
Sure.
We're
Sorry.
in the southwest corner.
Yeah, you're over here.
Okay. I see. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
And the clearing is maybe like a 10-minute walk. It's not too far out of the city. You are going to want to avoid gates if you don't want to be
There's
seen by the
no-
guards. But
Are there
you don't-
guards,
you don't-
like, on
you don't
the
know.
walls?
Well, you don't. No, not on this part of
Okay.
the walls.
Okay.
Let's just, I guess, make our way over to the horses. Then.
Yeah.
One's gonna clean me up. Damn it.
Okay.
Let's giddy up.
So you make your way towards this the small clearing that was indicated, and you see what looks to be a grimy young man, poorly dressed, standing with about 6 horses. You see a fairly tall brown one with a very lighter brown mane. You see one that is this tan kind of goldenish shade. Another one is a beautiful red colored horse. One is white with gray spots kind of going on. I'm trying to think of more horse descriptions. Top of my head here.
One's a Palomino.
One's a
One's a,
Palomino.
One's a Clydesdale.
Yeah, are you gonna fucking get the Clydesdale, Betsy?
Is that
yeah.
or the
There's a-
red
Whoever
one
has the
that-
There's a- there's a
animal
Clyde- there's a
handling should
Clydesdale,
get
sure.
the biggest horse.
Yeah, survival check to figure out what kind of horse this is.
Survival check for the horse, really.
Yeah, the horse.
I'll
is
need
gonna be
the I'll
one
need
that
the
needs to
biggest horse.
survive.
I'm the
I think
heaviest.
Rockgut has
Yeah.
a good animal handling, but he's also very small. I'm curious how
Is there-
that
Is there a
works.
pony that
You guys have any
There's not.
wheelchair horses?
There's not. These are 6 full-grown horses meant for riding and travel. And the boy that you're seeing sees y'all come up and he starts to kind of pitch his nose. Oi, are you the ones Krayway told me to wait for?
Yeah, we're the sewer folk. You
Yeah.
waiting for us?
I guess, yeah. You,
Yeah, you're
you
quite
certainly smell like sewer folk.
You kind of look like sewer folk too. You from my neighborhood. You kind of grimy. You got the.
I can literally see the shit coming out of your boots.
It is impolite to make offensive gestures to your customers here.
Okay. I'm I don't work for you, lady, and you smell terrible. If I haven't made that clear.
You got somewhere we can wash off?
There's a huge river, like, right over there.
With the guards? No. We're good.
No,
we're good.
no, no,
Well,
no.
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 Does nobody have prestidigitation? Not a spell that anybody has prepared.
What is this?
It is a cantrip.
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
access to it.
I
Chris
mean, I
might.
could. Why would I need it?
No.
Does Salrose that? I guess it's
No.
whatever. We smell like it.
Anyways,
We're gonna take these horses and we'll get out of your hair.
Okay, here you go. Creeward said when you get to Kirkwall, you're supposed to go to the Bent Coin brothel or something.
you say that again?
They said Bent Coin brothel.
Bitcoin brothel.
Bent, you know.
Bent.
Like
Sorry.
somebody bit it.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go. But it was, here's your horses. Yeah, treat them well, I guess. There's food there. They got like some food for him on the packs. He starts to leave. And now you have 6 horses. Which should help y'all travel a little bit faster. If you want to name them or choose some horses, we can pick up some horse photos. You definitely got a Clydesdale. You've one kind of younger, faster looking brown Mustang. The rest are just some fairly standard horses that you would find on short notice.
Yeah, I'll just take a standard brown horse and go up to it and say, it's all right. It's okay if we ride you for a little bit. I'm gonna just be easy ride here to Kirkwall. Be fine.
Okay.
have we all been on horses before? Is there anybody who's new?
Yeah.
I've never been on a
Warden
horse.
has not been on a horse. I do not think.
I'm pretty sure the only people that would have been on horses for sure would be Silky, Salros, and Mortezo.
Yeah.
Benny, that's your call if you've ever been on a horse. Rocket
Times.
definitely hasn't. I doubt Warden has.
Probably not.
We've
You
all
wouldn't
seen
remember
them,
if he did.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, I would. I know what a horse is because I've seen them in town,
Yeah.
but I'd probably approach pretty cautiously to the one I picked out.
That's fair. Are you
I would-
trying to like calm it or get to know it or bond with it or just saying hello?
Just making sure it's okay to hop up on there before I attempt anything that could look foolish.
Okay.
Silky, can't you speak to animals?
Yeah, I can speak to them, but I can't understand them.
It's true, but they can understand you, which does matter.
Yes. So I go up to the Clydesdale and I say, howdy, we're gonna be best buds for a while. I don't know if you have a name, but you seem like a good maybe like a Carbach. No, we are buds, but he seems more like a Carbach, maybe a Coolers, maybe a Corona. Ooh,
Oh,
He seems to
Corona.
get excited when he hears the word the Corona. That's the one that gets a response.
We're very diseased, foul smelling.
yes, Corona it is.
He's like tossing his head.
Oh yeah, we could be buds. I like give it a nice pet, a nice little, try to like brush its mane a little bit. Really, try to influence it to be the best horse ever.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
Oh God,
Should be a skill.
no, I
Yeah,
just
I'm
pressed it.
pretty sure.
I'm not getting
Oh.
it. There it is. Yeah, it seems to be responding very positively. It's leaning in. It's standing a little bit taller. Kind of looking down on the other horses.
Yeah, I want my horse to know it's the best horse out of all of them, and that's why I picked it.
Yeah, it's
Seeing that,
I whisper all of this into its ear.
you can actually see it grow more arrogant as you continue to talk to it.
Uh-oh.
seeing this will reapproach my horse and say, "All right, buddy, let's make it 2 for 2 here. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna be partners.
Make an animal handling check.
This is my role. All right, cool.
So the horse isn't like rejecting you, but it can kind of tell that you're a little bit nervous. Maybe this is your first time really being up close with a horse aside from the cart. And your energy is infecting it, and it's getting a little bit more skittish. It's not like running away or shy of you, but it's definitely not the confident beast that Silky's maybe 5 feet away is proving to be.
We'll figure it out together, buddy. It's going to be great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Y'all coming?
Yeah.
Suppose so. Warden might need some help from an expert animal handler.
I am not familiar with these animals.
Yeah, it might need to be convinced.
Rocka, do you need a boost to get up on your?
You don't really
Yeah.
need to do animal handling checks just to get on these horses. I'll say you can do an animal handling check to influence the horse, but like, I mean, it might be a little scared of Warden naturally, admittedly.
I could use a boost.
I guess
I
I
will
go up
help.
to the red one.
I'll help Rocka up on his horse.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
The red horse is a little nervous, kind of shies away from your enormous frame approaching it.
Do I have any food?
All right, Tookie, your horse is
Negative
immediately the
nature.
coolest.
Oh
No,
my.
What are you doing?
My like dies are doing something weird. So if you see me do a bunch of random rolls right now, I'm
Okay,
trying
okay.
to like
That's fine.
get it back to where
You're just,
it was.
You're just getting the natural 20s out of your system. That's all right.
Testing the natural
Exactly.
20s.
Yeah.
Sam, can you help me?
Okay,
So it's
so
rolling on here, but it's not.
Rocket
rolling.
and Silky are boarding,
What do you mean?
getting on their horses, getting ready to go.
Because they're gonna be that big.
What are y'all up to? Saros is also gonna hop on the white with gray
Oh no,
spots
this is
horse.
easier.
I mean, I will.
No.
I think Rocket should help Warden, and I'm gonna just
Okay.
roll up to my horse
no,
and
but
give it a good ol' hello, horse. I am going to ride you, and you are going to take me where I need to go, and we'll have a working relationship.
Okay.
Just do one of these.
Make an animal handling check.
Okay, yes. Perfect.
Bruh, what is...
The horse like just gonna shake its head and like not look you in the eye and just kind of like turns away from you a little bit.
Does anyone
You're
have an
feeling
apple?
You're feeling a little bit rejected, but it's not. It's still gonna let you get on it.
Alright.
I take out my last ration and I say, I am told living animals like this, and I offer it to the horse.
What are your rations? I'm thinking like turkey and like
Yeah, I don't know.
crappy
Dried
bread.
oats.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna like that part. Make an animal handling check to see if you can get the horse to warm up to you a little bit.
Nope.
It eats the food. It basically like grabs it and pulls it out of your hand, and then kind of moves its head back away from you. You can actually see in some of the packs that there is food, not just for the horse, but also some food for y'all on your travels. It looks like similar rations that would keep for a while. Nothing super nice, but you're not going to be starving or having to forage at the very least. And the next question is, where are y'all going? Do you want to go through the Brazilian forest, or do you want to head towards Hockney's plan and the potential, or Hockney's request and the potential DeSantis smuggling location?
I guess the
Gonna
first
see-
person we need to ask is Silky here, simply because do we want to go possibly see her family, or is that something that you're...
You know, it seems more like we have more stuff to do up north, so maybe we should head up that way.
Can I get a read on Silky to see
Yeah.
if she's being
Can I also do that?
Yeah, you can both make some insight checks.
Do I roll against them?
Are you trying to lie or hide something?
Sure, why not?
Okay, yeah, make a deception check.
Can I use the one I rolled? Just
Oh my god.
She is a
Ew.
rock. She is giving nothing away.
All right.
Seems entirely
That's
plausible that
nothing.
she would just want to head somewhere else.
I just want to do what's best for the group here, and it seems like we have more responsibilities up north, and I think that's just the easier, better path to go.
Orteza, are you eager to check out that note? Is that a priority for you?
You know, I mean, I'm interested, but I'm also not fussy.
So the note is essentially an invitation. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with Hockney, but it's an invitation to what's called the basically the Forgotten Library.
I mean, they have books, and you really like books.
I mean, if I can convince you all, of course. I mean, I will go with or without you eventually.
It's
I mean-
forgotten. It might not be too urgent, though. It
But,
sounds like this
like-
letter might be.
How forgotten could it be if we know of it now? We should say the rumored library.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, can I convince you all to go to the rumored library?
I mean, I'm gonna push for whatever makes us go north. So, I'm trying to help convince with Morteza here. I think we should go to this not remembered library or bookstore, whatever it's called.
I care
mean,
not.
As long as we get to Kirkwall, I don't think it's going to be much of an issue
Yep.
either way.
If it's on the way, it should be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
We bring strife everywhere we go.
Yeah.
So
This pleases my god.
That's true.
So the road north will eventually take you to the town of Ambervale, which is where they think the DeSantis family is hiding out. And once you essentially hit that part, you would want to continue going north to get to Ostwick, which is another one of the Free Marcher cities. Or you can go start to veer more to the west after you've initially gone north. And that's going to take you by the part of the Weimar Mountains that Hockney is referencing, and eventually back around to Kirkwall. And with that, we're going to start on the road. With your horses, you're moving pretty fast. You're making good distance, and
Let's
it's
take my
still
horses down the old town road. I mean,
it's still about 3 days to get to Amberville. And I'm going to need, as you travel, the first day is pretty uneventful. You're moving down the roads, a forest and a river at your side. You don't really see too much. A couple travelers, people coming in and out of Starkhaven from nearby smaller hamlets. The festival is still technically ongoing, so there's some travelers still.
do we sign for any autographs on our way out?
I don't know what Silky's
no one
signing.
so far has really recognized you. You did get
For the
a
best.
you did get a little bit of a name for yourselves, thankfully, from the tournament, and as the crowd and the festival continues to go and people talk, that will start to spread. But as of now, a day after your first and second place finish, it really hasn't. But who knows? Maybe in the future you'll start seeing some small wooden minis of yourselves.
Can I sidle up to Warden at some point during the day?
Absolutely.
At any point we see any minis of Silky will immediately buy them.
Okay.
Be on the lookout. Warden, I was wondering, we had a lot of fighting in the tournament and in the 1v1 tournament and all that. And I know you didn't technically spill lasting blood, but do you feel like you had more of a connection to your god through all that work?
In a way, he doesn't require death. My further understanding is he just requires strife.
Like chaos? Or just
Not quite
warfare?
chaos. Maybe closer to warfare. It's a work in progress.
I know you ran off to temple a couple times. And I kind of saw you wandering that way. I was wondering if you had gotten any further idea about what your god is all about.
I have served him in some regard for some time. I saw this as part of what he may represent, but I believe there is a deity beyond that I seek to find and serve.
No.
And it still feels like strife is what's calling you, something that you really want to bring about the world.
Strife is inherent to nature, and it is just the order that I bring, or just my purpose.
I appreciate that. I understand your viewpoint. Just, with the look, it can be a thing. Warden, bringer of strife. Might be a little hard to get you into towns later on. But I guess that's a road we can cross when we get to it.
Strife is not evil or good. It is just a force.
I understand. I am right there with you. The stuff I saw in the caves back home, all strife, all the time. just thinking the common folk, the town folk, might not be so warm to the ideals that your god seems to be promoting.
They need not understand, nor they need to convert. Do not seek to preach or convert followers. I follow my own purpose.
And I'll support you all the way. We'll just maybe have to disguise you once or twice to get you past the guards.
I have a feeling this is a reoccurring thing that we will deal with.
Maybe we'll just invest in some paint. Change your armor color every time we go somewhere new.
I do not agree to this.
All right, fair enough. And I trot away.
Okay. On the first day, you'll make excellent time, and you're able to find a pretty easy spot to camp out if it's what you want to do. The horses are pretty tired and would have to roll exhaustion saves if you want to keep them going more than 8 hours. You are energetic and you're fine, but the horses themselves are starting to look like they're getting a little weary.
Yeah, I mean, we can take
I
them
don't
off the road.
see
a
any
little bit.
reason why not stop.
We're not in a huge hurry here.
No.
All
We
right.
just pull them off the road, maybe into a little bit into the tree line so passersby don't see us.
Sounds good. Do you want to hide your camp? Is that what you're going for, or
I think
make
it'd be
it like
wise.
blend in?
Right, I mean, I don't know how well policed these roads are, but bandits are always something to think about.
Yeah, can we have someone maybe make an observation check kind of on the road to like understand the conditions?
Why
can do
don't you
that.
make an observation?
I'll try. Would it be
Do an evaluation of the infrastructure.
You can make
That's
make
exactly.
perception checks. Yeah.
perception?
Silky the
You
civil
also,
engineer.
you also are going to need to do a nature roll if you're trying to disguise to make it look more natural. So as you go down the road, this is still like, I mean, it's a nice road. Imperial,
looks like a road.
originally made by the Imperium. It stood the test of time very well. You can tell that there are some parts as you get further from the city that haven't really been kept up to date. And that's a really nice bird that just flew by too. Like, oh my gosh, this beautiful little bluebird that just went by, and
Yeah.
the trees are gorgeous. It's such a nice day, and you're just having a great time
Reminds
out
me
on
of
the
home.
roads. You got a really great horse going on here too, and like, what a day, gosh. And you don't really seem to focus too much on the road as the distractions and the general happiness of
Of my horse.
being out on the open areas again is helping. You do catch, as you go by a walking farmer, you catch what seems to be like a really dirty look given at your group.
Have we cleaned off?
No.
We haven't,
You
right?
smell terrible. You still smell really bad.
No.
Seen a river or anything
Yeah.
close by
you-
as we're going?
there's yeah, you could get to some water if that's what you want to go to.
Yeah, we can let the horses, I mean, obviously drink upstream from us, give them a break, take a bath.
Water for the horses, I think, is the saying this time, not whiskey. Yes.
I thought it was beer.
Yeah, I thought it was beer as well.
Well,
No?
now we're out of the city. We need to be more resourceful, I
Beer
guess.
for the horses.
Yes. So
I
let's.
only give Corona the best kind. I give them Bush Heavy.
I don't
Alright.
know if that
You
exists.
choose
even.
you choose the heaviest looking bush that you can grab to bring it over for your horse to eat.
Okay.
Um,
I guess I'll very gingerly clean myself. I can get like a thorough scrub.
yeah,
I get to the water's edge.
you're able to clean yourself without getting rid of all the fleas that you've been cultivating.
Of course.
The smell is mostly leaving, and pretty much everyone's able to clean themselves pretty easily to handle the smell.
Yeah.
I do need a nature check if you want to set up a camp and disguise it, and then I'm also going to need y'all to decide on watch if you're going to be doing that.
I'll try and set up a camp or kind of that general thing.
Okay.
I'll go help him.
I will
I'll go for a nice swim.
look at the river with mistrust.
I will lifeguard.
All right.
Yeah, you all have fun. I'm gonna go.
Maybe I can. Wait, do we have food? I'm assuming we have food, right?
We have-
You do have food. Yeah.
You have the ration.
We don't need to hunt or gather.
You certainly could, but there is some rations like stale,
Okay.
not the best rations.
I'll go look for firewood and stuff.
Okay. Make a nature check.
You don't think Morteza can just
Is that me?
light it?
Oh yeah, I can set fire to most things.
Okay, I mean y'all have fun.
Yeah, no, make a nature check, Silky, while you're looking for the fire.
Oh my god.
The fuck?
The things she's bad at, she crits, and the things she's good at, she fucking
Still crits.
Mortezas.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
I've been saving them up. I've just been saving up this last month.
You spent
Charging her
you
laser.
spent a long time in civilization, but this is where you were born. This is natural to you to be back in this environment, and you're easily able to find good wood that you know is not going to be super smoky, but will burn well. Is going to smell great. Really going to just continue to disguise and get rid of the scent of the literal sewage that you were wading through. And again, most importantly, not going to be super smoky. Not going to really stand out beyond just the light and the warmth.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to cajole Mortez into joining me in the water.
No, Vinny. Water is not for me.
Can you swim? Do you know how to swim?
I know how to swim in theory.
In theory. Okay, well,
Water is anathema to me.
we'll fix that at some point then.
I
Okay.
don't think you can fix that. I don't think.
Are you like a witch? Do you melt in the water or something?
No, I am a child of the plane of eternal fire, and water is the opposite of me.
I'll just back swim away. Kind of
It's like-
confused.
Oh, thank God! I thought he was going to splash me. I say to Silky.
I assume you weren't that close.
No, I mean, the fear of splashing, even if there is no water, the fear of splashing would be there.
I'll keep that in mind.
You better not.
It's the ice bucket challenge for Morteza. Whoa.
You're gonna
The
kill
more
him.
present challenge.
You're gonna kill me.
More like the Wicked Witch of the West challenge.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking, yeah.
Oh boy.
Or are you making a fire,
You're
right?
making a fire. You've made a
Yeah.
fire. You've disguised your camp well enough. It's not obvious to the eye. And as y'all begin to bundle down, just decide on a watch order for me real quick, and we're going to make some perception rolls.
I mean, wouldn't it just be Warden?
It
Yeah,
can't,
I
it
mean,
can't be,
but
it
we
can't be
insist
rewarded.
them.
No one's really
It's-
looking for you, as far as you know. And you did technically just escape town, but the guards don't know.
Yeah.
I appreciate the dark, So any chance I get to be out,
Very
Wood and I are
perceptive.
killing it tonight.
Okay,
Oh
say I'd take like, I'd stay up at least a little bit.
Yeah.
gotcha.
I pull Vinny to the side. I'm like, hey, Vinny, maybe I need to ask you some questions. Maybe we can talk tomorrow night or a bit
Okay.
more rested.
Sure, of course.
Okay. We can take watch next night.
All right.
Looks like Warden's got this covered for us.
Yeah.
Warden's watching pretty well. Chris, do you want to make a roll at your book, or are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Intelligence, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you blink, Warden?
It's unnecessary. I can if it makes you feel better.
It makes me a little uncomfortable sometimes.
Sorry, I tried clicking my intelligence roll, and now Chrome's rainbow wheeling 1 second.
You're fine. So
I just imagine Warden just going.
I'm gonna give him like some like advice about communicating. It's like people might feel more comfortable in a social situation if you blink maybe once every 5 seconds or so. Just
On the
count
dot.
yourself and then just if you never blink, it makes people a little uncomfortable.
I start doing that.
Don't make
Every
it
5
super
seconds, I
obvious.
Just
start
every
doing
5
that.
seconds, just count it and
so
just.
Warden doesn't actually have eyelids.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh.
So when
He's
he
like a
when he
fish.
blinks,
They do like a little tick.
when he
Yeah, I-
blinks, it's not really like a shutting eye. It's just like the light in his eye just goes away, and then it comes
Yeah.
back.
That's much better. That's much better. Good.
Just do it right after
This
someone
is
else.
stealing
It's
the
like
lat
it's
from
like
his
someone's
ass.
it's like someone's like flicking their brights at you.
That's pretty funny.
I feel much more comfortable. Thank you.
Holy shit! How is this? It's working, but it's frozen.
Okay, you're fine. I'll let you roll
Okay.
whenever it starts working. So Warden, most of the party goes down to sleep over time. Rockgut stays up, and you two are able to,
Yeah.
continue chatting for a little bit. You do hear in the bushes like some growling and some signs, and if you stand up to investigate, do you actually? Is really my question.
Yeah.
Because you do hear.
Is
some
anyone like? Oh, no one's awake right now, right?
I don't think so.
I might be still up.
This is like dead of the night when you're hearing this, like
Yeah, I probably
probably
would've
probably
passed
3
out.
or 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I'll stand up.
Okay.
Go
So
see what's
you
going on.
walk a little bit further away, and you start to see because you rolled a 20. I'll keep. You start to see some markings and some scratches, and make a nature check.
Expertise, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
While he does that,
You're not really sure what's going on. It looks like a large-ish creature, something bigger than you, made its way nearby. Maybe saw your camp, but decided not to do anything at this time. But there was something in the area, at least one, maybe more. It's hard to say.
Are the horses nearby? I think I would probably check on them.
The horses are nearby. They looked like they were getting a little skittish around the same time you heard the sounds, but they don't seem to be in any danger at this time.
I would probably wake up Rockgut.
Okay.
what?
There is a
Rocket-
beast nearby.
It's about 4 a.m. Warden's standing over you, towering at his dark frame, and as
And I'm
you
blinking.
wake up, he's blinking. His eyes are like flashing on and off in rapid succession.
I'm a little surprised, but I mean, I have dark vision. I can see this guy. I've seen him before.
Mhm.
But what's up?
There are large beast tracks. You seem familiar with the forest more than most. I say can you go investigate with me?
Sure, I can go do that. You don't want to wake everybody else up just in case. You want to be
Yeah,
The one who
us
lives
two?
here.
Just us two. No, that's fine.
Yeah, Rocket's more like underground.
He's never seen a horse.
Horse
before.
folks.
I
He
mean,
seemed like he knew what he was doing when he was setting up the
I
camp.
can identify the tracks. Like, I think I'm just gonna go over to Silky and just gonna shake her real quick. Say, Ward and I are gonna go check something out real quick, but y'all stay there. And if you hear yelling or anything, just
Silky does not wake up. She does not hear any of this.
I will try shaking her once or twice, and when
Make
I
a
don't get anything,
Constitution save, Betsy, to stay asleep.
I will force you awake.
Sam, make a bother roll.
Hey, where's your 20s now?
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, despite Silky's best efforts to just be a rock, he does wake you up.
Oh. What do you want?
Just stay. You look pretty comfortable. Don't worry about it. Ward and I are gonna go just right over there. There's some growling and something going on. So
Why did you wake me up for
Just in
You'll be
case.
fine. Okay. And go back to sleep.
Yeah, she quickly goes back to sleep.
I will turn to Morteza.
What? Are you gonna wake me up?
It's just us. It's just don't worry. Warden
Rocka wakes
Warden
everyone.
heard something. We're gonna go check it out real quick. If you hear yelling or screaming or anything, just come get us. Just in case, Don't go to sleep. Don't do it.
Don't go to sleep. But it is the time for the sleeping. What?
Just stay up a little bit. I'll be right back.
Can I stay
Okay.
half asleep? If I hear screams, I think I will wake up.
If you hear
Well,
my
you'll
thunder,
definitely
come
wake.
running.
Oh, okay.
You'll definitely wake up if you're already awake. So
I'm just snoring
Stay-
innocently over in a.
wake. Yeah.
Hey, wake
We'll be
up
right
Vinny. Wake up Vinny too. I mean, it seems like everybody else had their turn.
Me and
I
Saul
start-
were
I'll
I
leave
guess-
you.
And Saura.
I'll leave
I
you
get
in charge of
frustrated
that.
and start walking away.
Yeah, I gotta go, but you can figure it out. We'll be right back. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
I will not wild shape. I will just walk over as Rockgut and see what's going on.
Does not turn into one of these beasts.
So you can see the markings and the tracks pretty easily with Warden pointing them out to you.
Yep.
It's pretty apparent that something was through this area, and you can roll. I guess nature again, if you want to try to see if you can't figure out what it probably was, or track it.
It's something.
Not really anything that you've seen before.
I know that's a claw.
There is a claw marking on one of the trees that you do notice. So it's definitely got claws. There's a little bit of fur you're able to pick up, and that's about it. That's all you got. There's not really a whole lot of other markings. It looks like something was passing through, and you can kind of tell which direction it might be going towards, and you could try to track it further if you wanted, but it looks like it's headed away from your camp right now.
It
Giraffe.
seems like it's going off over there. I don't think it's coming back. Probably not the best idea to go run after it, unless you want to bring strife here too. Your call. But
Maybe
I
not in
think
the
it's-
middle of the night.
yeah, do it when the sun's up at the very least to see your bloodshed. I'm gonna go back to sleep, but hey, if you see anything else, you let me know. It's a good call. It's what we do out here. Tell a friend before running off.
You see
No.
something, say something.
If you say, go back to camp and look over at Morteza and say, "Yeah, false alarm." Nah,
I go
No,
check on the horses.
I would say the alarm was very real when you woke me up.
good. Just tell Warden that.
This group is really cranky when they get woken up.
Right
They're
there.
not morning
Note
people.
to self: do
One
not
day,
wake
one
up
day, some
Cortez.
poor bastard is gonna try to ambush you all in the middle of the night, and he's just gonna get rocked.
What do you want? Sleeping.
That's the little crossover between Morteza and myself.
You have a little eye mask that you wear at night. Just
I
like
wear two now.
double wrap.
Yeah.
Morteza's got like his turban. His turban
He
down
pulls his
over
turban down over his eyes. Yeah.
Wow, that smoke really stayed in that glass. That was cool. So, as you bed back down to rest, you don't really hear anything more for the rest of the night. You're able to to pretty much clear your camp and start on your way. Getting rid of some of the leaves and the like that you've used to disguise your site. The rest of the night is uneventful, Warden, as everyone else does head back to sleep. Chris, do you want to do your intelligence check now? Is it working?
Oh, I did them. They were not
Mediocre.
13 and 11. Not going to do it, unfortunately. There is one other thing that you could do, but it might take some time. Is you still technically have a spell scroll for, I believe it is Scorching Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Which you could try to inscribe. You still have enough paper. But you're
Yeah, I mean, I have enough time and paper.
Okay.
Is that just another intelligence check?
It is an
Right.
Arcana check, actually.
Arcana check. Okay, so +5. Come on, Chris, you're well rested. You missed 2 D&D sessions. You stored up your crits.
Hey!
I mean,
I thought
Yeah,
Sophie
it's
took all the
you're
magic.
able to the spell's making sense. You're like working it out with your fingers, casting very small fiery rays at some of the trees nearby just to test it and get a feel for it. And you are able to copy down and learn the spell,
I thought it was Margot.
recording a new entry in your book for the next time you need to boil something. Instead of send your sickening green ray at it, you've now developed a new color of ray.
Ooh, I'm gonna be like a
So
little
to everyone
here.
else, it really looks like pretty much the same thing you've been doing this whole time, though.
So disgusting.
Well, it's more that he's learned a new spell and a new facet of magic is available to him now, and everyone else, you're seeing him do exactly what he's always done. It's just a different color.
Dylan, before we go to sleep at night too, could I also start tinkering on like a Jack-in-the-Box kind of thing?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, is this night 2?
No, night
No,
one.
this is the first night still. He's
Yeah, just a little retcon.
yeah. Sure. I'm trying to think about what kind
Just
of role.
Something to pass the time with Warden as we're staying up.
Yeah, that makes
Two
perfect
dudes
sense.
looking at the moon.
It's it's a romantic night and you're getting a little awkward with it, so you're gonna start fiddling with things to keep yourself distracted from
See,
the
this is a
warden
screwdriver.
who doesn't really
Use that to tighten things.
Yeah.
I just start by practicing my blinking
I think-
every
okay.
5 seconds.
It's getting good. That's
Very
it.
glad.
Yeah, every
gotta
now
get rhythm
and
down.
then he just turns to look at you and blinks, and the rest of the time he's just looking out throughout the forest.
You're like
Nice.
encouraging him, like, yeah, it's awesome. It's great. Yeah.
You have,
It's a good blink.
you have good rhythm. You should try percussion or some kind of music.
Order time.
Teach
Yeah.
him how to wink.
We'll get to that. That's the advanced lessons.
Wink.
Yeah,
So-
we don't want to go 1-and-1 yet.
That's too much. It's hard to
In
do.
your inventory, you can literally click on your Tinkerer's tools and hit Use Tool. Make sure that you've selected that you are proficient and make it a intelligence-based roll.
Oh my.
Nice.
You're working pretty good with your hands, even with the unsettling blinking that's occasionally happening in your direction.
Bring that closer. I need some light.
You're you're able to get it. So you're trying to make a Jack-in-the-Box, right?
Yeah, something you wind and then something pops out.
You don't really have all the materials you need. You kind of just grab like scraps and little bits and pieces at some stalls and some workshops. But you are able to get the most important part operating, which is essentially a mechanism to compress and let the spring pop. So you've got a spring working, and you're able to get down the mechanism to actually twist it and change it. You don't have a literal jackbox or clown or whatever that you could put
There's
on
no
the
jack.
spring. You could
Jackbox.
you could get one of the minis and see if you could connect the minis or any of the little plushies that y'all collected to it.
Yeah.
You
Everybody's
also are
always-
eventually going to need to get a box to literally put it in. How big are you looking to make this thing?
I don't know, like
'Cause you got
I
the
guess-
spring working and you got the mechanism. and you're pretty sure that if you bought other springs of different sizes, that you could do it again at different sizes. I'll say this one is like, not big, like
Yeah.
a hand size box would be what it would eventually go into or so.
Yeah,
So
that
not
sounds
the
about
fat
right.
orc as the jack.
This
Fat
one would
orc would be
probably
too
fit.
big.
You could probably get a mini on top of this one, but the fat orc
Yeah.
is a little too big for this one.
I would just to demonstrate right before going to bed, get like one of my twigs and like just attach it to the spring and bring it to Warden and say, "Look at this, all right, and huh?
Twig goes
Huh?
flying.
It's pretty good, right? Pretty good.
Sure.
All right, okay. I mean, just you wait. I'm gonna be figuring all this out, and we'll get a little side hustle for this merch going. We'll sell some mean toys. At the
Warden,
next
you're not sure why he's so excited. It's pretty clear that thing isn't quite ready to use as a weapon yet, and
Yeah,
it makes no
exactly.
sense that he's getting excited about it. The twig was launched with barely any force.
Will this be a trap?
I didn't think about that. Maybe.
So it
Okay,
is
think-
useless to me.
Is this
If you
the
come up
origin
with, like,
story
a-
for Jigsaw?
If you come up with any
Boxing
good
glove
idea,
on the end. Just like,
we'll figure out best cases for it. Right now, just happy to have done this.
Whatever pleases
guess
you,
so.
Rocket.
That's it.
Warden's very supportive. Not like Rockgut, who is totally giving him shit for worshipping his god of battle.
I'm not giving him shit. I'm just learning more about it.
Just gonna bring Strife around wherever we go. Is that gonna be your thing? All right.
strife's a good word.
So
you gonna
it's
preach
good
to
work.
everybody?
So, it is now dawn of the next day, and y'all are able to break down your camp and then start going again on your horses, if that is what you want to do. You do take a little bit of time around breakfast. Chris does inscribing his new spell, and you all watch him as you're eating and preparing the food, and he's shooting little fiery lasers at a tree. Yeah, he's actually like making. You've never really like it doesn't make sense why someone would do this while they're shooting a laser. What does this even mean, right? But that's what he's doing while he shoots at the tree.
And then Rocket's gonna invent the gun after my like foibles of doing
Yeah, that's fine. Now watch this one.
that.
I go up to him and say, "Will you finally be useful?"
What? What?
Oh.
What?
In combat,
What?
I have noticed you are not so helpful.
Well, why would I want to take a life, huh? You know, you can't give a life, no.
Well, that is not necessarily true at all.
You can give a life.
Well, you can revive and...
You can revive.
Well, not yet.
Orteza, are we gonna need to have a special talk about birds and bees?
Well, that's not the same life, you know. That's like, and there's also like a 9-month waiting period, you know. But I could just stab
depends.
somebody. Depends on the what.
Well, it depends on the nature of the creatures. Some of us take longer, and some of us take shorter.
How long do
Like I'm
furballs
pretty
take?
sure Rocco was only in the womb for about 4 months.
I think.
Y'all take 9? Jesus.
Furbolgs probably take about a year.
Okay.
Couldn't imagine being the mom in that situation.
My apologies as being very humanoid adjacent centric.
I'm just gonna nod.
Yeah, Benny, how long did it take you? 9 months, right? 9 months?
How would I know?
I mean, I'm the one who has given any sort of life, and I can tell you, it is a struggle. It takes about a year.
Fair enough. Shall we?
Would not recommend.
All right.
Shall we
So
hop on our horse?
as you clear your camp, you're able to get back on your horses and begin heading. The Clydesdale is very happy to see you again, Silky.
Oh.
Seems eager to be.
Oh, Corona, I missed you. I just gave him
Seems-
all the pets. I gave him an apple. We just be, making sure he knows
Oh yeah,
how great he
you
is.
two are vibing. He's happy to be untethered from the other lesser horses. and you're able to
I'm
get
gonna
ahead.
ask-
their horse over here.
I'm gonna ask Rockgut if he named his horse. I'm kind of confused why Silky is like. Did you name your horse? Should our horses have names?
Why would I?
Are we all
name
doing
the
this?
creature?
Or
Y'all should have overhearing this. You should name your horse. They do like it when you call them by their name.
It's a beast.
It is named horse.
It's a horse. Like, why would I give it a? I don't understand.
And then if you get confused between Rocket's horse and Morteza's horse, you just say Morteza's horse and Rocket's horse.
Yeah, I have the brown one, and you have the white one.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, y'all need to like actually name your horses. So I'm gonna do it here. Okay. Rotgut, yours is named Stella Trois.
No, it's a horse.
No.
Morteza, yours is Budweiser.
I will call him
Salrose,
Bud.
yours is Coolers. Vinny, yours can be Carbuck. And then
Solros needs one
I'm
more
trying
beer.
to think of and then oh my god, sorry.
Saint
Warren,
Arnold.
yours can be Blue Moon.
That is-
that's a good name for a
Good name for a
horse.
horse.
Yeah, except she's red.
That's the
It's
fun
ironic.
part. Yeah.
Gets the people
This-
going.
This kind of horse only happens once.
What? Jesus Christ, that
Wow.
took me longer
I'm gonna
than
pet Carbach, and I'll hop on and get us going.
All right. So y'all don't get
Okay.
far,
Sure.
and you're starting to hear sounds similar to what you were hearing last night. It's like a loud, like I guess not really similar to what you're hearing now last night. Now what you're hearing is like a screeching, like howl and a cry, and also I gotta think about this accent. I gotta make sure I do it right.
Would I, being from this area,
Oh,
recognize
no!
that kind of noise?
Please, no! Help! Yeah, you can go ahead and make a nature check.
God. Ugh.
Some animal making a sound, it sounds like, and someone also crying for help on the road. And
Is it close by? Can we tell if like someone's being? Oh, okay.
yeah,
Perfect.
you guys are going to be coming from the north. So if you want to pull your tokens in, we're gonna probably be rolling initiative.
Ooh.
Oh, is that kind of scream?
How do I pull my token in again?
Yeah.
Your sound kind of cut out
I'm
for
getting
the, for
y'all.
the
I'm
yelling.
getting y'all, don't worry.
Oh, there are two Silkies.
Yeah,
No, it's
that's
too
cool.
many.
I had
That
no
is the
greater
correct
pleasure
answer.
than turning Silky red on the battlefield. That was probably my favorite moment of the campaign.
Jesus
Are you saying
Christ.
Silky's annoying?
I think he wants to say that he wants Silky dead.
Besting you in combat.
So
Yeah.
Proud
as you
moment.
get to about there, you're able to see what looks to be two owl bears attacking a familiar-looking furbolg to you, Silky.
Oh God.
Do
Do I know who this furbog is?
You do. You recognize him instantly. That's Corduroy. What's Corduroy doing down here?
Clean up
So
here.
far from the tribe. What could he be
Yeah.
doing here? You see, he's definitely being attacked by them. He's also got his arm in like kind of a cradle. It looks like he was already injured before he even encountered them. He's got a walking stick, a cradle arm, and some blood coming down from his head. It looks like he's already taken a blow. As you get close, your horses are starting to get very skittish probably from the owl bears, and
Yeah.
you all pretty quickly realize it would probably be smarter to get off the horses rather than trying to ride them into combat, because please don't make me do mounted combat.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I dismount.
Okay.
We have to save that owlbear from that monster.
I'm gonna wait till like my initiative turn before.
That's fine. Can you all roll initiative? And someone roll for
Dude,
I'll get Sawrose here.
Salros. Thank you.
Dirty 20.
That's fine.
What is 20.14?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what is
how are you
that?
rolling?
He's dealing in
Sorry, I think I
decimals now.
changed I changed it because like if it's a tie, then like that's how you tell it's a tie.
Oh, I got a 2. Oh my
I
god.
didn't realize you were fucking.
Wait, so I don't get it.
Dude, you're so bad at initiative, Connor.
I know it's unfortunate. At least I have Sorrows to play here.
Can you, this is great peaceful music, but can you change it up?
Yeah, is this Fairy Fountain?
Sorry, I haven't changed it yet.
It sounds familiar.
1 second.
I can't give Sorrows a long rest here, but I'll undo his spells, I guess.
Don't remember how to change it.
Are we in a nice Japanese forest on a hike?
This
We're
always work
on the
that,
top
Okay, now
of
we're
the
doing
road.
Last of Us. Okay, Last of Us makes more sense.
all this work that I do for y'all.
Okay. As you get close and you're able to see what's happening, you have one opportunity to try to get the owlbear's attention off of the creature and onto you, if you'd like
Yeah.
to try.
I
Before
would
combat starts, essentially.
I would absolutely like to try.
Okay. What are you doing to try to get the owlbear to
So
attack you
I'm-
instead?
So like I immediately jump off my horse and start charging towards them, making as much noise. Would I know how to get an owlbear's attention? Like, is there anything, like-
Not really. I mean...
Okay, then I'm just gonna start
Not
like
with the nature check that you
screaming.
got.
I'm gonna start like screaming, just like, you know, over here, just like trying to like lure them as much as possible
Make a
towards
persuasion.
me. I don't know how
Make a persuasion
much
check.
I'm allowed to like run forward.
You're not, but you can make a persuasion check. This is essentially like while you're getting off your horse, you're making a bunch of noise and like kind of pushing your horse off in one direction so it'll wait nearby, and you're
Yeah.
screaming. Make a persuasion check to see if the owlbear is persuaded to be interested in you instead.
We can't keep getting away with it.
Yeah, they both seem to be turning to look at you. One, and also you've gotten the attention of the furbog as well, of course, who's
Yeah.
my silky mound as I live and breathe.
Okay, wait. I
And
don't remember.
I'd like to
which-
keep living and breathing, please.
Roy, get away as fast as possible. Just get away from them.
He is going to spend. It is the other owlbear's turn first, and this owlbear cannot make it over there. Really, this one is probably going to attack him, but the other one is definitely looking over towards y'all for the 17 roll. So the first owlbear, basically, as he's calling out to you, it actually moves in and takes 2 swipes at him.
Multi.
I'm trying. At first, it tries to bite him with its beak, and then also is going to take a swipe with the claw that hits.
Oh, 7 on the beak. Jeez.
Yikes.
Plus
7 each.
It bites deep into his shoulder, and he screams, but he is still barely standing, and he's going to take this opportunity now, his turn, to try to run away and get away from it, and run towards y'all. Corduroy seems frantic, still injured, very tired and haggard, looking kind of like road weary and dirty in general. And he's going to run, or try to run, probably 60 feet to over here. And the owlbear is going to have 1 swipe at him as he leaves, and it hits. He gets to
Yes.
here, and the owlbear's claws rake down his back, and he falls forward and is not dead, but it's not moving.
Yeah.
A Vinny.
Time to
A Vinny move.
Help me, please!
prove
You
myself.
have to help me. You have to help our family.
Yeah.
As he takes the claws in the back and goes sliding forward through the grass. And now it is your turn, Silky.
The turn
Okay.
order I'm seeing is only the bears and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Him.
same.
That's weird.
me, and that's it.
I have all of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
I
see
see the
as
same
Connor.
thing.
I
Could you
only
just tell us
see-
when our turn is, I guess? Or is that...
If we
Or
refresh, will it show
send
up? Do you
us this-
think, or
I don't know.
it's
I
the
can-
bears with 21, and then Vinny with 2. And then-
I'll just add y'all back in.
Yeah.
I see the same thing.
Yeah, same.
Can you see each other now?
oh yeah, here he goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Just add your initiative, whatever you got back
Okay.
in there.
I never had a chance.
So Rock, I would go before you, right?
No,
What's
Rocco
your
can go. Rocco
what's
can
your
go first.
constitution?
It's
Oh,
what
no,
is
you-
it based on?
What
Dex?
constitution?
Oh,
Dex.
Dex. Yeah, what's your Dex?
You
14.
both have
Oh,
plus
oh.
2. You both have plus
Yeah.
2
Oh my
decks.
But do you have
We're-
0.14?
Literally, we're the
You
same.
can
You
go
have
first.
you have a decision here where like you one of you
Yeah.
can just
Yeah, I'm definitely
It's-
gonna
it's-
go first.
Okay.
It's your boy. You can go hang out. I'll be over here.
Really go into a rage. I'm yelling, "Someone go help him! Someone go over there right now and help him!" Sorry, this is gonna take me 1 second.
You good? You
Um,
want me to roll it for you?
'cause-
Or I can show you how to get to the link. I was able to figure out.
oh no, no. Sorry, I was just like thinking about how I'm gonna do this because like I'm not gonna be able really to get over there.
Well, sometimes you get the ability to teleport with your wild surge.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my wild surge. Give me a second. Roll on table.
So as you scream, light just bursts from you.
Yeah.
Everyone like kind of like shields their eyes a little bit. It looks like they're closing. Warden, you see that they're like reacting by blinking, and you start doing it as well to blend in.
We've caught
And
him well.
everyone gets +1 AC.
As long as they're nearby you. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it 10 feet?
Yeah. So I think at this point,
That
If I
combined,
use both-
that combined with the yelling that you were doing, you 100% have both owlbear's attention.
okay. I know I probably won't be able to attack them, but can I use my turns to get far enough to basically be here?
You can. You actually.
Okay.
So let me see. Can you? I don't know actually. 5. This is still wrong. That's 15. That's 20. 25. 30. 40.
Yeah, I think she'll be able to make
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you can still make it. Yeah.
Okay.
You are there. You are able to, still glowing, just run as fast as you can to get in between the owlbears and your brother, Corduroy.
Yeah.
Your younger brother, I believe.
Yeah, that's how I was trying to remember which. Yeah, my younger brother, Roy.
Corduroy Mount.
Short for Corduroy.
Roy Mount.
As you get close, it's been a while since you've seen your brother. He does not look good, and it's not just
No.
the claws or the beak injury that he just took.
It's the
It looks like he
heroin.
had a few. What'd you say, Chris?
The heroin.
Oh my
I
god.
just,
It's that-
I'm
he's-
just like,
he's been on the
just
TV.
stay behind me.
He's been
Yeah,
on the
the
he's been on the
TV, I could-
Dantavium. Get him.
Just okay, wait,
Ravaging the countryside.
question:
The opioid
How
epidemic.
big are these owlbears? Like, are they more my size or
Big.
more corduroy
Grizzly
size?
bear sized. They are
They're
very
huge, aren't they?
large bears. If one of them were to stand, it would easily be 9 to 10 feet tall on its hind legs.
Okay, so I look.
Maybe
Okay,
bigger.
so they're more like Roy's size than my size.
Roy is about like 7.5 feet tall. He's very skinny.
Yeah.
He's taller than you, and I mean you can kind of see that considering he's spread out on the ground.
Yeah.
These creatures.
Yeah, I mean, Roy
these
is
creatures are
gonna
much
be
larger
regular
still,
furball
and
size.
you can see the muscle, even under their fur. They're very very big.
They're yoked.
Bears essentially.
Yeah.
They're pretty sick.
It's a yoked bear. It's not fat. It would never be fat. It's just really like it's ripped. It's I don't know about cut, but definitely thick.
Looking pretty fucking good, dude. Okay.
Bear's been working
Cool.
out, man. All right. You're in a protective stance over your brother, who you can kind of. He's bleeding pretty bad.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Big
Fuck,
hits.
fuck. Someone get over here right now.
All right. Rock up. Speaking of, it's your turn.
I will, having seen the fury in Silky's eyes. Where can I get? Not that far. I'm a tiny gnome. Yeah, I'll hustle my 25. So I'm going there. Okay. Oops. Over there. Then, cool. I will. I'll yell over to Silky like I'm trying to make my way, but as I'm running over, I will toss a little ice knife at the farther owlbear.
Okay. Roll to hit, I believe, and I'll make dex saves for both of them.
Ah, God.
At least it
No.
It still explodes. And the first one, which is, I guess, the one you're aiming for, a little bit further away,
Yeah.
fails. Is it half damage if they succeed, or?
1 second. Succeed on a dex saving throw or take. It's either succeed or take the damage. So, I think they miss, or they don't take any damage.
Okay. So the one that's a little closer to you is able to avoid the shards of ice that explode out from the knife that kind of lands in the ground near the other one, while the other owlbear is like growling and like looks down, kind of inquisitively. These are intelligent creatures. Like you see its head twist a little bit as it sees the knife land in front of it and explodes into shards of ice into its face, and it takes 12 points of cold damage. It looks up and it's screeching. I can't do an owl screech justice, but imagine the biggest fucking owl you've ever seen screaming.
Yep,
And
that's all I
12
got.
points of damage. That was a lot of damage. It's a shame the other one saved. All right, Warden. Silky's freaking out. She's glowing. She does that sometimes, though. You're still blinking. You're cool. What are you doing?
I'm running up to this. I think that's as far as I can get. Yeah, I'll run right there.
Okay. Go
And
roll.
bonus action, I'll hunter's mark this guy that's by me that wasn't hit. But that's it.
So
For
the one
me.
that you're standing next to.
Yeah.
All good. Are you? Never mind.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. What is Sorrow's doing?
He's gonna run up 30 feet, just get as close as he can, I think, which is what is it? Okay, here, I guess. And he's gonna cast dissonant whispers.
Okay. Which can you point to the one he's casting at?
The closest one there.
I think that's a wisdom save,
Uh,
or is it an attack roll?
it's a wisdom save. Yes. Let me just do it here.
These wise bears.
Not wise enough.
And let me just do the whole spell here because it's kind of confusing. No, sorry. It says like on a failed save, it must immediately use its reaction if possible, move as far away as its speed allows. So does that mean like it runs away and it gets like?
That is not what's come up. We definitely haven't been doing that on these spells.
Second part of it says.
No, I believe you.
Okay.
We haven't done it.
Yeah.
It's like when
I was
Will
confused.
landed.
I was like,
You pointed out that we
been
haven't
here?
been doing it at all. Okay.
It's like when Connor texted me that we apparently landed the second part of Ray of Sickness and nobody
Yeah,
knew what
yeah.
it did.
It's like the poison damage. And
And we were like, what?
We're like, wait, well, yeah, we're like, what happens when something's poisoned by ray of sickness? I had to fucking Google it. It's not damage, it's just disadvantage.
Yeah, this disadvantage.
It doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground.
Can't make it jump in the water.
if he moves
Yes.
away, does that mean that Warden gets an attack of
Deafen-
opportunity
a
on
deafen
him?
creature saves. It does, and that is what's going to happen.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
As
How far
far
does
as
it
its
get?
speed allows.
Does that
40
include-
feet?
This one hasn't moved yet on the
This
turn.
one's gonna fucking get off the map, dude.
Oh wow.
Oh,
I'll move him to the
Yes.
corner.
okay.
How long does it last?
It's just one turn. I think he just moves as
Just,
far as
yeah,
he
it's
can.
just his reaction.
Yeah.
He just spends his reaction
Oh,
running.
okay.
And
Hopefully you'll kill
are
him
able to take a
before he-
swipe at it. It takes
Yeah.
10 points of damage with a screech as it just starts running away, and you stab out at it, dealing 15 points of damage. Straight
Soros,
into
have
its
you not been
back.
doing this? This is an incredible spell. What are you doing?
You all, the rest of you, don't really quite understand what happened. Warden, you might. You've seen this a couple times. I don't know if Soros pointed or not, but no one else heard anything. The creature just screamed and ran away, probably quaking from Morden's fear. You blink triumphantly as your strike lands deep into its back.
Did it grab its owl head? It's
10, 15, 25.
Does Silky also get a reaction there too? Since
No, maybe.
he was.
Hang on, I think you do actually. That was an
Yeah, I
insane
think she
move if
does.
that was the case. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You can use your reaction to attack him.
Wahoo!
Wow.
What is going on
That
with your?
hits, but you are freaking me out. But
What
that
is
hits.
that?
What's an
He
off?
named my ass.
Did you
She's
fucking-
using
Are
the
you using
elder
Norwegian,
runes.
the German plugin?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Did you smash
did
your
the
forehead on the
Norwegian-
keyboard and?
Is this the
But
elder
it-
rune
It's the
part
Norwegian
or
word
the
for act.
younger rune part?
Ah.
I think
I'm
her,
glad you did this after you
I think
got
her, I think
reduced
her axe
damage.
just did. What the fuck is all this crap?
She names the axe and
Okay,
immediately
so
gets
you deal
worse.
7 points of damage because you got -1 on your damage,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And both of you are able to.
Yes, you
Take-
can. That's how I did it.
Both of you are able to take swings at this bear as it seems to be fleeing for no reason.
Ew.
As usual, Salros is worthy.
Morteza, it's your turn.
I'll show you the worthy, and then here. I think I just need to move up a few. God, that's the wrong one. Just gonna. No, I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go.
I'm gonna either
Um,
to the center of the Tootsie Pop.
I'm well within range. I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness, and I'm gonna land it myself this time.
Not Scorching Ray? Not your new hotness?
It's 2d6 versus 3d8. If
15's
this is
pretty
not gonna
good.
land, no matter what, what's the point of having +5 if you can't roll
Okay.
10? More
15
than
doesn't
10?
hit.
A 15 hits.
Oh,
Okay.
it does.
So it's
Solidly
it's just a
average.
natural owl bear armor and hide. It's not that impossible to hit. So
I
you-
know, but
green ray of frightening sickness goes shooting out and strikes. I don't know which owlbear you're aiming at, to be honest.
the one in between this one.
Okay, the
right
one that
here.
didn't run away, basically. Yeah.
Yeah,
That hits, and it needs to make a con save.
of 13.
Wow.
Ooh, it's poisoned.
Ooh, it sure
Usually very
is.
good constitution.
Owl screeches and kind of like halts halfway through its cries as it like vomits a little bit onto the ground and like this just disgusting muck and bile is coming out of its mouth, and you can see like this just horrendous green wound forming on its shoulder where it was struck. It looks just horrible, like rotting flesh is just
You see,
suddenly
Warden?
appeared on this bear.
The old is plenty useful.
All right, I'll give it to you this time.
I'll hit him with the new hotness after.
Okay. That was a lot of damage. Damn. That was the
It was. It was
strongest-
more
that's
than
the strongest-
Scorching Ray.
that was the strongest spell I've seen you do. I think Scorching
Yeah.
Ray can. Why is Scorching Ray good? Is it because it can go independently?
Yeah, you
hit
can split
multiple
the rays.
targets? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It is now the owlbear's turn, and you can see it seems very unhappy that its companion, possibly mate, was just injured, and it comes charging back, and it's going to stand protectively in front of, it's like a slightly smaller owlbear, and it's going to attack Silky, who is still glowing. With its beak once, and then with its claws as it
Gonna grab.
bites out at you and then takes a swipe afterwards. I don't know if a
It-
15 hits.
So I have
You plus one.
So I +1 from the glow, but I also have +1 because of my cloak, because we're in a woodland area.
We are.
Oh,
Good
shit.
catch.
So I'm
Ah.
16.
Good
Look at
catch.
you.
I was gonna forget about that.
Magic cloak.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you do take just 8 points of damage since you are raging, slashing, as the claws do still hit you, but you're able to kind of like twisting. Maybe the cloak is like, because it has changed color to blend in a little bit with the environment as it reacts to being back in the woodlands, and it's possible that the kind of shifting nature that it naturally has, combined with the radiant green that it's turned to, is causing the bear to misjudge where you are slightly as its beak snaps shut just short of you. But the claws do get you, raking across your arm and your chest, and you take 8 points of damage.
Got it.
And Benny, it is your turn.
I'm gonna hear Silky be like, "Somebody save him!" And I'm gonna look over at him, and then when I look back, I see everyone has sprinted off and left me behind. I'm like, "What? Oh." So I'm gonna use all my sprint and get as close to him as I, so 60 feet, probably more towards the left side.
Gonna spare his dying.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go there, and I guess I'll go there. That's about as close as I could get, I guess, right?
You can maybe get a little closer going diagonal, but that's probably fair to where you're going.
But not close enough to be
not,
able to
not
actually.
close enough to be able to touch him. No, you could maybe
Okay.
go one step further.
And then that's it, I guess. I don't want to healing word him because that'll put him back up, and then he'll probably just get knocked down again. So
Just
I'll
like the
just like the
one-
girl.
The
Yeah.
girl, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I've learned my lesson, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah. So that's my turn.
Okay. It is now the other owlbear's turn.
We could see that, by the way, Dylan.
Yeah, whatever.
Just-
He
Okay.
failed.
I did not.
It's
'cause
not
I'm
worthy.
Grabbing a
maybe you
snack,
don't
so I
even
did
maybe
not
you don't
see
even
it.
know what it was for.
Okay.
No, Cass Swigerson knows what that was for. Cass Swigerson knows.
This other bear is going to come forward and take 2 swipes also at the glowing creature that its mate seems focused on. It glances at you, Warden, but it first turns to attack Silky,
The shiny thing.
who is glowing and making a lot of noise trying to protect her brother.
Fair enough.
And that doesn't hit. That does. You take another 5 points of damage as the claws again rake the other side of your body now. And you essentially just have like 2 oddly symmetrical, they're pretty good at this, bleeding marks on your shoulders.
Okay,
And it's your turn.
my turn. Okay, we're gonna try this. So I'm gonna swing it. I'm going to attack the owlbear right in front of me, recklessly using my great weapon mastery. So
Nice.
how this works is I'm gonna roll.
You roll
What
with
I
advantage.
get to roll with advantage,
Mhm.
but both of them are -5.
Okay.
so
one of them does
This is
hit
the
still.
15. Okay, Then I get to deal damage. And remember, it's plus 10 damage.
I remember. Wow.
Oh,
Good thing you
that's
have that, because
unfortunate.
Great
that
roll.
wasn't a great roll. But,
I remember the plus 10.
So you're doing 15
So that's
damage,
15,
plus 10 minus
yeah.
1. Which I didn't actually. Which one were you attacking?
I was taking the one like directly in front of me.
Okay. Yeah. You basically like twirling your axe in like a wind-up motion, slam it into the side of the creature, and it screams. And the other bear just looks furious at seeing its companion mate injured, and it's glaring at you even more, not even sparing a thought for Warden, who is right behind it.
Yeah.
And yeah, 10 points of damage. I'm sorry, 15 points of damage. Good
15
hit.
points of damage. Thank
Good
you.
job calling it out beforehand too, because I would probably have forgotten about that. I think that's helpful.
It's okay. It's okay. That's what I'm doing, and we'll work on it when it attacks me.
All right, Rockgut, it's your turn.
I'm gonna see all this, look over Morteza, and say, "We call this the alley-oop." I'm gonna grab a flea
Jesus Christ.
and toss it at the owlbear.
Downtown.
Okay.
It's got to make a Constitution saving throw.
Which owlbear
In a square.
are you aiming at?
That has a plus.
The one that was right next to Silky.
Okay.
They both.
This thing's probably pretty used to dealing with fleas. It doesn't even seem to notice the thing landing on it.
It has more fleas than Rot
Oh
does.
my god.
That's why you don't.
At long last, Rocket's met his flea match.
I'm gonna want that one back. He was a friend of mine. Yeah, that's. I'll cast Shillelagh too as a bonus action.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stay where I am. Just busting out the staff just in case.
As you
wait.
turn to Morteza and hope that he didn't notice how your spell totally just didn't work, you try to distract everyone by infusing your club with magic as the familiar twigs twist around it. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am.
All right. Were you saying something, Betsy?
Oh, did we not give Corduroy any sort of
Corduroy is
move,
still
or is he
bleeding.
passed out?
Corduroy is bleeding on the ground still.
Okay.
His move.
Intentionally did not heal him.
His move
Now I
was,
see the roll.
was rolling a death saving throw,
Yep.
which he failed. And
Can you imagine if we just bring him here to die?
Jesus.
Rockcut, it's your turn. Or, I'm sorry,
Y'all better
Warden, it's your
not.
turn.
This is the one I marked, right?
I don't fucking know, dude. I got
think
all
so.
turned around.
I think it is. So I'm
One
gonna go
of them
here.
ran away, and then God, it came back. So no, the one that you marked was the one that ran away.
Yeah.
That you already hit. It was the one
Right.
you were already standing next to.
Oh, the one. This one?
Mhm.
Which one?
That one that's
Yeah.
closest to you there. That's the one you marked.
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna go for that one. I look at Silky and say, "You can handle that one," and I go for this guy.
Am handling this one. Marco.
Um,
The
And
owlbear doesn't seem to respond to the name Marco, but it is definitely still paying attention to you. Okay, so you attack it?
Margarita.
yeah, I'll channel my divinity, and if I hit, so I do my vow to
Mhm.
get advantage, and then if I hit, I'm gonna smite it.
So you can feel the power, and you remember the presence of the god from your brief time speaking to it, and you know it would be smiling at you even just for being able to get into and enjoy this combat. And you're feeling kind of put out that this owlbear attacked Silky instead of you. You're right here, you're clearly the bigger threat, and you channel all of that anger and frustration into your swing as you hit.
Stupid beast! I'll show you the greater threat.
11 points of damage, and you're smiting. And roll
Yeah.
the Hunter's Mark also. Jeez.
Let's see.
17, 25. Wow. If you'd rolled a little better on smite, this creature is stumbling from the sheer force of your blow as this electrical, powerful radiant energy gathers around your sword, sparks trailing off of it as you swing down, and it lets out this wounded, painful cry and is starting to back away from you, crowding into its mate on the other side of it as it looks in fear. You don't have a lot of experience reading an owl's face, but it does not look like its heart is in the fight anymore. And it is Saros' turn.
That was the one closest to Warden he was attacking there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
Yep.
cast...
Both of them
Vicious-
are very badly injured. The one that
Okay.
Warden just hit looks like it is on its last legs, like about to die.
Okay. I'll do a Vicious Mockery on the one on the left there.
Okay. Wisdom, right?
Yes, sir.
Does not save.
Okay.
What does Saros say to this bear?
Make up your mind, bear, owl. What kind of freak are you?
The owl like shakes its head and screeches in rage, like looking around, not really sure what the pain in its head that where it's coming from. It heard Saros, but it's not associating the two.
And he has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
He does. It is Mortez's turn.
1 point of damage.
I will show you is the alley oop. And Jesus Christ, don't do it to me now. All right, here we go. I'm
Who
gonna.
is this alley?
Oop is the
I just
noise
have not
of
enough
owl.
RAM. Did it cast? Did that cast?
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
So that's one, but there's 3 rolls. Oh, I should say which ones are going. So I was gonna do 2 on the one that's not hurt. Well, that I didn't hurt, and then 1 on the one that I scorching raid.
Okay.
I mean sickness raid before. So that was the first one. Second one on the one that I didn't. Still haven't done it yet. So
There you go.
okay, so that's one, and then I have one last one. That's the one on the one I poisoned.
Okay.
So I think only.
Mortez has learned, and he's now diversifying his roles, so he has more opportunities to potentially land them. The first 3 motes of fire appear kind of like right in front of your hand and begin firing as you smugly tell Rockgut to sit down and see who does the real magic around here. The first ray, you're still getting used to the spell. The first ray goes careening between both of them and burns right through the center of one of the trees, and you can see it already starting to catch on fire. While the second ray, you said, was going for the one that is not as injured.
Yeah, the one that's not as injured. That's right.
That hits 11 points of damage. The second ray burns right through this owlbear as it falls forward unmoving, a small, like already charred and what's the word I'm looking for here? When you like cauterized? Yeah, a cauterized wound.
Okay.
Just ripped right through it, and it is not moving. And then the third ray, now that you've had some chance to really calibrate your aim, also strikes and kills the other creature. As with a cry, it turns to
Wow.
look at its mate who just got burned, and that's the last thing it sees, because it is gone.
Double kill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
2 for 1.
that's one way to do it. That's a fancy spell you got there, huh?
That's a
Yeah.
kill steal in my book.
Well, what? Wait, am I useful or am I useless or am I kill stealer? What?
All right, I concede. I concede this. You were useful in this fight.
Is the combat over?
The combat is over.
Okay. I'm gonna continue going up, and I'll give him a healing word,
Oh, okay.
and get my boy up.
Oh, hang on.
As you lay your hands on him, some of his recent wounds begin to close. You can see that he is still covered in what seems to be like older injuries, and like some bandages around his arm, his shoulder, and his torso. As all this is going on, there is a forest fire starting in the background from the first ray that Mortez as the tree is now well and truly burning with smoke
Uh-oh.
coming up from it. Corduroy looks and starts to open his eyes as he looks around, and he "Ah!" Sees a large dead bear staring right at Silky within feet of him, and he scrambling is like pushing himself still on the ground away from the creature. But he's up and he's conscious. What's going on, please? Is it safe?
Roy, what were you
Silky?
doing out here? Why
Silky,
are you so
what are you
far
doing
away?
here?
Why were you interacting with these bears?
What I wouldn't really call it interacting. I mean they were trying to interact with me first of all.
But what?
And
why were they attacking
I think they were
you?
going to
Like,
try
what,
to eat
what
me.
are you doing?
You weren't. We got attacked, Silky. They got. Fuck! I need to look up your other family members' names.
Denim.
Pa.
They got Denim. They got. Who else?
No, there is a list. Hang on.
I know.
They got
I
Little
gotta-
Mound.
I gotta find it real quick.
They got middle-sized mound.
Hang on.
They got Suede. They got
Do you
Linen.
need
Hang on.
Do you want me to retext them to you,
No,
Dylan?
it's okay. I got them. I found them.
Did you make them all up yourself?
Maybe.
Okay.
Wait, Corduroy
Corder's
isn't
your
even one of
cousin.
the
Shit.
siblings.
Sorry.
That's pretty funny.
It's okay. You can replace any of them with it. It's fine.
He's so bloodied and disfigured that he looked like Corduroy, but really it was someone else.
Big
What?
peepee.
They got these people came and they attacked our tribe. I think they're slavers and they can you change the music or something?
Sam,
Too
you're
heroic.
ruining the moment.
They came and they attacked us. They stole satin and they got Lenin's children. Chiefin's dead. Silky. They killed Chiefin.
Chiffon, you
Chiffon? Whatever. He's got an old southern.
he's the chief.
He's got a good old boy accent, and they killed Chiefin.
Is he the chief? Is that his title or is that his name?
Chiffon.
It's chiffon, like.
You think? Listen, stop making fun of me. I've always talked. It's just your brother is. I'm trying to tell you, your sister's dead, Silky. And they came and they took our family and they attacked the tribe, and I tracked them. But I can't fight, and they hurt me and a lot of us, and I was trying to go to Starkhaven to get help. Will you help? Alright, you need some time
I'm
to
trying to
go.
understand what happened. I mean, I know we're not fighters, but they just came in.
Well,
Is anyone left?
yeah, no, not a lot of. At least go offline, Kathan. I can see you
What?
opening these games.
Cat goes fishing.
Fair enough.
So, well, I think they must have followed someone back to the tribe, or staked us out or something, because they got us when there was a big old hunting party out and a lot of the better fighters weren't really there, and they just came in. There was a lot of humans, nothing personal. He kind of like looking at Vinny, but really bad people, I think, and they put him in chains and in a cart, and they just stole as many people as they could, and I had to follow them because they.
Of course. Did you come by yourself?
Well,
Why didn't you bring anyone with you?
because when they left, I just had to leave to follow them. I didn't really have a lot of time. I was trying to stay a little ways back from them. It's just tracking, and I mean, now that I know where they took them, now I was gonna go get more people, and I didn't think it all through. Did you not hear me? They killed Chip.
No,
They killed Chiffin.
Not the chief.
they killed Fonnie.
I watched her die. In my arms. Silky?
It's hard to take you seriously when smoke's coming
That's fair.
Orteza got him with some fire.
Yeah.
That's
Forest fire.
that's the background.
So I think right now Silky is just like trying to process everything. Like she hears that Ani is dead, but like hasn't quite like processed it. She just
Listen,
kind of gets up for a second and just
we have to save Lennon and and Satin
and
and their kids. Denim.
Velvet.
I can't believe.
No, Velvet's her
she
brother.
thought
God.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Her kids,
But, I mean-
her kids, Denim and Rayon. Rayon.
Rayon.
Okay. Okay, but what about, I mean, is velvet, wool, and cotton okay?
Last I saw, I mean, they were. Wool got pretty beat up. I mean,
Yeah.
I got it bad, but he was there and he got it worse.
Oh.
He was alive when I left, but I don't know. I haven't been. I've been following them for 3 weeks. Okay. It's unbelievable to me that I'm somehow running into you right nearby, but I mean the odds alone.
I know. Silky at this point just kind of gets up
Can you help?
and what?
We have to do something. I was gonna
No.
go and try to talk to the police in Starkhaven.
Yeah.
There's nobody in fucking Ambervale that was gonna be able to help. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So at this point, Silky kind of gets up and walks over to the tree and just starts, like, kind of processing everything and, like, loses it and is just, like, kind of crying, just kind of punching the tree, just, like, trying to, like, process everything and just, like, try to understand what happened.
So it sounds like.
It sounds like the smugglers got him.
It sounds like there was another party similar, or like essentially slavers, grabbing better merchandise than a lot of the humans or poorer village people.
Yeah.
Furbolgs, really, really good labor. And there's also a lot of magic in the blood of Furbolgs, as you
Yeah.
well know. And the main country that still deals in slaves is the Imperium. An Imperium that is known for mixing genetics to try to enhance the magic in their bloodline, often creating genasi, like Morteza. And if they were taking a Furbolg for that reason, it could be for that reason. It could also be for literally just strong labor.
Yeah.
But that's probably what happened.
So she's, taking her rage out. She's probably punched a giant hole in this tree, probably nearly knocked it down.
Roll an attack.
Is it reckless?
Yeah. Great weapon master.
probably pretty
Great weapon
reckless.
master too. You're angry. Hits.
Ooh.
Roll. Roll a 1d4.
I guess it's still rage, so yeah, it's
Oh
still
yeah,
a 4.
you. If anything, you went back into a rage as you started striking the tree. Plus 10 from your great weapon master.
Yep.
You're actually able to snap the tree where you strike it as you're like slowly punching it and hitting it until finally you take one enormous swing and the tree cracks and falls over. Are y'all putting out the other tree, by the way? Because you've got a forest fire going in the background.
I figured that was a rocket problem.
I was
Okay.
doing
Yeah.
mold earth kind of around it, just trying to like dig up the soil and create like a fire break.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're able to
So-
contain it, and there's really just one tree burning now. It doesn't seem like it's going to spread from the leaves, and it's not catching the undergrowth at least. For whatever reason, Silky is doing something to another tree. No respect for nature around here.
Yeah. It's her -1 nature.
-2 after that. God.
Yeah. She comes back over and says, "You probably don't know, but do you know if they took Mank?
Repeat that name. Sorry.
Mank, my son."
Mank is in Kirkwall, not in the.
Yeah,
tribe.
well, she might. She was just
Gotcha.
asking.
Yeah. I haven't seen Mank in years. Silky.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what he's been. I thought he was with you.
I know. Yeah,
I haven't seen
no,
you
he's
in
probably
years.
feeling. I know. I haven't been back in like 3 years, and I feel bad. And now it's
Well, 3 years isn't really that
I
much
just-
time.
for us, it isn't. But well, obviously, I mean, y'all could have needed me. I should have been back earlier. I could have helped defend you. Bonnie might even be still alive. And just,
It's not.
but
We listen. I was right there, and I couldn't do anything. And maybe you could have helped. You're right, but we have to help. We have to help the people that are alive right now. I don't know
you
what they're
said
gonna
you know
do
where
with
they
them.
are?
Yeah, I tracked them to a little town about 2 days that way called Ambervale, but there's a lot of them. And I don't want to be the one to. I mean, I needed help. I need,
Yes,
law
yes.
enforcement or something.
Well, they're not gonna be much help. But we're here now, and I'm absolutely gonna make these people pay for what they've done. Like, I don't even have the words right now what I'm gonna do to them when I find them. But I swear on our parents' lives, they are good as dead.
Roll on the rage table.
On the rage, wait,
Mhm.
rage.
Like Wild Surge?
Yeah, roll your wild surge.
Okay.
You can feel the anger boiling up inside you. And if you want, you can make a wisdom saving throw, but I'm gonna have you go into a rage.
Rage.
Oh, the teleport
just-
one.
Just
As you-
teleporting all over.
As the anger overcomes you and you teleport to the other side of him, still having the conversation, they're gonna pay.
They're gonna
And
pay.
you really catch him off guard. He's never seen you do this.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Yeah. We can. Can you do that anytime? We can get him. We can get him in and out. Right? You could just teleport in and grab him.
It turns out I might be a mad user like you and the rest of y'all, but I really don't know how to control it. I don't even know really how to do it. It just happens when I get really mad. And sometimes I glow, like you see. Sometimes I move around. Sometimes I grow tentacles. I don't know how to use them. I just want to help. Anyway, guys, can you come over here? And I just like tell everyone to like kind of gather.
Sure, yeah.
I'm always up for a good murdering.
And then I probably should formally introduce. So I know we called him Corduroy.
I'm
So
Corduroy.
is this gonna be like is this supposed to be like my nephew or my brother?
You can be your cousin.
Okay.
Related. Family for sure. Not your brother.
Yeah. This is my cousin Corduroy, little Roy. And
Huh?
he just told me my family's been attacked. And my sister's dead. All my brothers, my younger brothers and sisters are all injured.
We
But-
gotta help them. Can y'all are fighters, right? He looks at like the very dead owlbears on the
Yeah.
ground. We need.
Well,
We're not
That one
really
is.
fighters.
Actually, I am a lover.
And he's not very
Morteza,
good at it.
I don't think that's gonna help in this specific situation.
Morteza, this ain't the time. No, but it sounds like it might be the people we're looking for. And probably I'm like teleporting all over the place at this point. Just very angry. Like, we got to make them pay.
It's
We
like
gotta
it's like
go
when you're
in there
like
and
pacing and to make a point, like walking back
Yeah.
and forth, but instead you're just like making your point and then like teleporting 5 feet over.
You're in the water too.
Yeah, I land on the rock.
Yeah, sure.
So I take it we have a change of plans then, right?
It sounds like the same plan, but has except Warden's gonna get a lot more heads this time.
Curdoy like kind of stands up. I don't know if I can help in a fight too much, but I can take you to him. We gotta get to Ambervale though. And
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want you fighting. I can't.
he kind of like
I can't bear to lose another one of
his
you.
arm is like literally in like a makeshift sling.
Yeah.
And he's like, I really don't think I'd be much help anyways, so that's probably fair. But
You've done so much, but I think we can take it from here.
Well,
All I need you to do is rest up, and then we're gonna go kill these motherfuckers.
I
then
gotta show you where they are though. I can't.
Yes.
At least let me help like that, please.
Yes. Yes. Do we? What is you? I don't know if we've thought this far ahead, but do we know what Corduroy like his class is?
I wasn't gonna give him one. I was gonna really just have him. He's just a member of his tribe. He's not a warrior. Normally, furbolgs live very peaceful lives in seclusion in the forest, and your tribe isn't really one of warriors for the most part.
No, I'm the only one who's even close to fire. Like most of them would be magic users or
Druids.
very like.
You definitely have some druids. You definitely have some druids in the family.
Yes.
He is not one of them, though.
Okay, that
you do know though that little Denim, your nephew, I guess, is he's shown some aptitude for magic, and he's one of the ones that was kidnapped.
I mean, he's like only like 12 years old.
Oh, I was gonna make him like 50, but that's fine.
Same,
Sure,
same
I mean, he
for
could be like
Furball.
50.
Basically, still a
Same.
baby for Furball.
Yeah, he's just a baby.
Proportionally 12.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's fine. He can be 12. I'm gonna have to find a fucking kid token for Furball.
It's the blue child.
Yeah.
Augustus Gloop after he.
Well, no, yeah,
but the girl after she eats the blue.
He doesn't.
Jawbreaker.
He's not really in control of his powers, and I mean, I'm sure they're. Sorry. I'm sure they're keeping him locked up, but we gotta save him if we can.
Dude, I mean, we're obviously gonna save him, but is the rest of the family safe? Are they in hiding? Do they all run off?
I don't know. When I left, they were safe, but you're right. It might be time to move the tribe. If they know where we are now, that's a really good call. I hadn't even thought about that, Silky. You're so smart.
It's okay. No, just rest.
Okay.
Just rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well.
So, can someone bring over my horse? And Warden, can you?
Prideful Clydesdale strolls over.
Yes.
Standing tall.
And I kind of tell I'm going to tell the Clydesdale, now you're going to be carrying royalty here. You need to give him the smoothest ride. This is the VVIP you're ever going to ride for right now.
Roll an animal handling check.
Okay.
This horse is really. You are actually forming a connection with this horse pretty fast. And it seems to respect the gravity of the situation that you're trying to impart to it. And you can trying to think about how it would do this.
I mean, since I have like
It lowers its neck to try to make it a little easier for him to get on and stay safe.
Yeah.
And you can see it's walking very gingerly once he is able to get up on there.
Warden, can you please help him up?
Sure.
He's a little too big for me.
He's got like a little over a foot on you. He's definitely very easily.
I mean, but very much bigger.
Head and shoulders taller, but you've got the broadness that he does not.
Yeah.
So you're able to support him, but yeah, he's like towering over you in height.
Yep. I kind of turn.
He like kind of wraps the one injured arm around you. He's like, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too, Roy. I kind of turn back to Vinny. Vinny, is there any more you can do to heal him? Like make his. Yeah.
We can do a little more here. That
would be nice.
Put my hands on him again. Do another healing word. Does anybody else have anything?
Yeah,
I'll just
Everybody's just going
on the back.
Everybody just starts fucking walking up.
Do
And,
like a prayer circle.
Give him a head, Warden.
I'll just empty my lay on hands and give him 20.
Connor's over here rolling a healing word cantrip, cheaping out on helping Silky's cousin. At least Warden respects it. Yeah, you can tell like
spells.
A little bit of. Are those cantrips or no?
No, it's a spell.
Oh, my bad. You just rolled bad then.
Yeah, I know.
He's like able to stand a little straighter. His old injuries are still there, but the limp that he had at first is gone. You can tell like he's breathing easier. The fresh wounds are closing. The beak and the claw injuries are starting to recede. He's not actively bleeding anymore.
I'll pump it one more time with the cure wounds.
You've got the ring too.
You just want to give him some potions, or I mean,
potions are expensive.
Potions are expensive.
We're doing this here.
Yeah. No, he seems to be of good health now. Again,
Okay.
you don't really know what his max health is, but
right, it's enough.
Yeah.
Silky, I can't imagine what you're going through. Actually, I can't imagine what you're going through. This is some of the worst evil that can be brought upon someone, losing their family, all out of this at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, there is never a question of us coming to help you, but know that I understand that this is personal, and I'll be with you no matter what ends need to be taken to bring justice.
Silky just kind of grabs Rockgut, who's probably thigh height, and just like kind of starts crying a little bit. Like, holy
so sad.
maybe picks him up and like holds him like a giant teddy bear.
I allow it.
And just starts crying.
I allow it. I don't think you had a choice.
Okay. I turn. Okay. Let's grab these 2 owlbears. I have an idea. And let's just bring them with us for right now.
You're about 2 days away from the town he's referencing.
I know.
And these are
big bears.
These are bears.
What do you want to do? What do you
like,
want to do with the bodies?
You are gonna be very slowed down by dragging 2 bears.
Okay, fine.
And I mean, like you could
them.
skin them. I thought.
We're gonna skin them. That's what I want. I want to skin them, and they could be useful disguises, basically.
Guys, ourselves as owl bears.
How much can Barry hold?
Oh, never mind. Barry, you can put both bodies in Barry. I forgot.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say like.
Well, no, Barry
Barry
can only hold like 500 pounds.
It's 500, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, these probably are more than that, right?
Yeah,
Let's
I mean
look
a
at
grizzly
how much
bear
a grizzly
is
bear weighs. I'm pretty sure
from
it's like-
600.
let's just-
It's 600 pounds is about what a grizzly bear weighs.
I really didn't
think
think I
we
was
can
gonna
just-
have to Google that.
Unless it's a Kodiak bear.
So you got
I was gonna say.
one that's smaller, looks to be female, and definitely lighter. The other one, which was little bit bigger.
Male grizzly is going to be up
probably
to
going to
800.
be, yeah. The male
Thank
in
you,
this
Chris.
case is easily six. We'll say 600 and 400 pounds.
Okay. We skin them. I mean,
It's that Alaskan
sneak up-
knowledge.
if we sneak up on this camp, you know, their skin could help hide some of us who are a little bit more obvious if we sneak around in the woods. It's a tactic we used during the war, and it might come in use when we take revenge on these fuckers. Let's just skin them. We'll have them if we need it.
Yep. So you're
Fine
able
by
to
me.
go ahead and make 2 survival checks. You have help, so it can be with advantage, or someone else can roll survival for what.
I'll assist.
Because you're trying to go
So-
quick. You're trying to go quick. So like I'm assuming one person's
Yeah.
skinning one bear, and another person's skinning the other bear. Survival, not stealth. So what's
Wait,
your survival
all right,
modifier?
sorry.
You're good.
I can take the
Just-
bear if you want.
Not much better.
Okay, who's doing the other bear?
Can I do
I'll
medicine on it instead, or is that
Well,
is it
you
only survival?
You trying to?
I,
Yeah.
Right?
Bringing it back.
Never mind. Never mind.
Rocket got
one.
the bigger one.
So Rockgut, you're working methodically, quickly. You've done this before. Not
Give me that
really, not
knife.
really on this
Okay.
type of creature. You never really seen a creature like this. You haven't quite had time to process. This is a huge bear. What's this weird owl face? Are all creatures that live up above not in the Underdark like this?
Like
Man.
Spy Kids too.
Pick
I'm so
a
excited
creature
when I
and
can-
stick with it. But you're working methodically, and you're able to very quickly. We'll say over like the course of like 30 minutes. It's a huge bear.
I like rage cut.
To yeah, you do. You're still teleporting slightly and trying to like drag it with you. You do. You get the. So you said Rocket was doing the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rocket, you have a very clean, huge bear coat. It weighs like easily 50 pounds. Just the
Ooh,
coat.
very nice.
Yeah.
That's as much as I weigh.
The female owl bear is you're getting the skin off of it, but it's not a clean cut. You're getting a lot
Yeah.
of pieces. You know, you've got like
That's okay.
you've got like a bear like the sleeve. You've got a sleeve that is completely detached, and it comes out to about like 4 kind of tawdry-ish
Okay.
cuts. So you have one huge, very cleanly cut pelt, and then you have 4 smaller that are about like, say, 10 pounds each. The fur, at least, is intact.
It's intact. That's what matters.
While we're grabbing the meat, first I say, well, vengeance is always a worthy cause, so slaughter shall be appropriate. And afterwards, I grab the meat and try and feed it to Blue Moon because I don't understand what.
Oh God.
Okay. You slice off a piece of it, and you're starting to approach and trying to like make your horse eat it. Make an animal handling check.
Raw meat.
Oh God.
Pretty good.
Oh boy. Will horses eat meat?
I think so.
Do they?
I've seen him eat a chicken before.
He's gonna throw it up.
It's not the norm.
I've seen them eat
Did
a
roll
baby
a
chicken
17.
before.
It starts to nibble at it, and it tears a part of it away, kind of like you're still holding your hand out, and it's like tearing at it and eating it, and it stops about halfway through. Doesn't seem to have a taste for it yet, but it did eat it. That's a good sign.
What have you
You'll
done?
raise a carnivorous red horse yet.
Salros is gonna grab all the
Remember.
coats and be like, Barry, we have a very luxurious gift for you here. And then open up Barry. Be like, hope you're doing well, friend. And
I am.
put the
Thanks.
put the furs inside.
Thanks for asking. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that. You're not going to want these back right away, right?
Not immediately, I don't think.
Okay.
In any case, it's up to you, right?
Okay. All right.
Do things in the bag spoil, or is it preserved? Are you gonna come back with some like
You know,
really rotten
Oh,
skin?
that's a good point.
Do we need to tan this later today?
Do we have the skill to tan something on the road?
We have a tinkerer's kit. We can do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with our imagination.
What's in the box?
hang on, I gotta look that up real quick.
Barry didn't seem too repulsed by the skin, so it must be somewhat.
I know while they're doing this, I check on Roy and says, "Have you had anything to eat?"
Things-
And I try to like feed. I'm trying to like take care of Roy as best as possible. I give him food and stuff.
So as far as you can tell, it's not like a vacuum within the bag. You don't really know where it's going, as you haven't been in one of these personally.
Rock
I
got
think
in.
it's reasonable to assume that something could go bad, so you could assume that, but you don't know.
Well, it's already done.
Yeah, I
Well,
threw
we'll,
that.
we'll come back to that skin later. Nobody forget
Zombie
it. I don't
bears.
want Barry getting smelly.
Stupid bag.
Stupid
What?
bag.
Who said that?
Poor Barry.
I just blink a couple times.
He's doing good.
Well, shall we?
I can see
Saddle
you
up?
now. Don't think you can just keep talking shit like that now that you're visible.
Oh shoot!
Are we? Are you good to go? We
I
can
know it's dinner time.
start heading out. I guess
You're good to go.
we're gonna. I guess we'll take Corridor with us and try to keep him safe.
To clarify,
No.
our route hasn't changed, right?
Correct.
No,
We're still proceeding to the.
you're still going to the same town. It's about 2 more days away.
Yeah, if we can just take him to town,
Definitely,
and
like
drop you off there.
you can tell I'm antsy and want to hustle, but like understandably knows how we can't.
Right.
Corduroy, if you want to just ride with me, I'm the smallest one here. It'll probably be easiest. And... Or no, you're on.
He's on the
He's
call
on the
So-
side
still.
still.
Yeah, Silky and I will ride together, and then we'll head out. I will ride on your shoulder. I guess.
You can ride in front.
Okay.
You're the most skilled rider, I think, technically.
Yes. We had rodeos back in the village.
I meant rock gut.
Right. Yeah. You just gotta treat it like a beast. It
Yeah.
has a function and something it's trying to do. You just have to point it in the right direction. It'll figure it out on its own.
Chief on.
You're able
Chief
to.
on.
God, I can't believe Chief on died.
Yeah.
Chief
Chief
on.
on. Chief on.
My life for Chief on.
R.I.P. Fawny.
You've been playing StarCraft now, Connor?
What? There's no way.
So you're able to get back on the road and make pretty good time. The Clydesdale is handling its passenger expertly. It's moving very calmly and carefully. You look over and you see at some points Corduroy is kind of dozing off. He's had a rough couple weeks. He's understandably very tired.
Yeah.
And is able to sleep without even falling off the horse, at least a little bit. And you travel for about 8 hours. You're making good time. You might be able to get to the town a little bit ahead of time. Probably won't take you the full day the next day, but maybe about 5 to 6 hours of travel. You could also try to continue to push on. We'd have to do horse constitution saves as you continue to travel.
Nah.
Or you could
I wanna
rest.
You could
would
rest.
have
I want to
arrived
rest
and
up.
Okay.
I want to be fresh for tomorrow.
Okay.
Just to clarify, the kidnappers aren't there, right? Like we have to go there and then find where the kidnappers are. What do we
So
know?
as you start to camp, I think Corduroy is going to share some more information with y'all.
Yes.
So when I got there, I followed them to this cave kind of thing where they're hiding, and I wasn't able to get
Mhm.
close. But I saw them go in and take everyone out, and then about a day later, they all left. The people that attacked us, I mean, they left. They didn't bring anyone out with them. Their little caravan was empty. And then I saw some real fancy people come on like nice horses. And
Did they have any
go
kind
into
of
the cave.
crest?
I didn't really get close enough to see.
It's okay.
I had to. They looked like fighters, though. I'll say that much. So I hid out for a little bit to see if they were going to move them, and then I decided I had to just go talk to someone in Starkhaven because I tried Ambervale and they weren't. They they almost ran me out of town for asking questions about it. Don't know that they're looking to get involved, maybe is how I should say, but I mean, aside from that, it was a friendly enough town. Aside from trying to kill me and enslaving my family. But I can lead you to it. No problem. I think there's a lot of people there though.
Maybe I just don't want you to get hurt again. I mean, maybe you can draw us like a map. I
Okay.
really don't want you to get hurt.
Well then what if I wait in town and I just tell you where it is? So I think I can give you directions.
Yeah. No, that would make me feel a lot better.
Right. Like I said, they got like a cave, so you're gonna have to be careful. I don't know if there's only one entrance. I only saw one entrance. It's near the ocean. It kind of like it's like some rocks, and then the ocean's on the other side is a little bit of a cliff that you fall down into. I don't know. Just gonna have to be careful. I don't want anything to happen to you now after all this.
No. Thank you. Come here.
And aside from that, he's just resting, starting to bundle down. Y'all will be able to feed the horses while you take this last night. Warden, you want to try to feed more meat to your horse?
Yes, I absolutely will.
Right.
Roll animal handling again.
Let's see if I want it.
This time, it doesn't seem to be feeling it quite as much. It takes a few stray nibbles, but it shies away from the remaining owlbear meat that you have. The horse doesn't seem to be responding to your blinking as well as everyone else does. And as y'all bundle down, a little bit more somber and serious than the night prior. Chris, you want to take one more shot at the book, or are you focused on everything else?
No. I'll take a shot at the book. I'm feeling real
Alright.
smart tonight. I'm feeling.
Okay.
While
had
he's
some
doing
good
this,
rolls, though.
I go up to congratulate him on his use.
Jesus Christ!
There we go.
So
Oh
smart.
jeez!
He's back. Oh,
By the
hey.
God's word, and I am concentrating. I'm trying to read my book.
This is a frustrating chapter. It's proving to be difficult. It seems to be talking about a beach trip that he took once. Really, like a lot of this book is like nonsense code that's been wearing on you. This part is especially annoying. Like, why would you care about how cool the spires were at some like beach location he went to? How it was a hot day, and he's talking about like how the sand just seemed to get everywhere and how frustrating it was, and this it's really nonsense. And now Warden's interrupting you. God.
Oh, 2 nights in a row of beaches, and I hate sand. What, Warden? What?
You have done well. Just wish to congratulate you on your final usefulness.
As in, Finally, I'm useful, or I will not be useful in the future.
Former more than the latter, but we can arrange for the latter.
Are you trying to kill me? Is that what this Are we at the end of our road?
No, no, of course not. I am trying, as Vinny says, the jokes.
Oh. Vinny's not a good joke.
I can teach
Well-
you some jokes later if you want.
That would be appreciated as I blink twice.
What's a good rocket joke?
You know what one rock said to the other rock?
No. What?
Nothing. It's a fucking stone.
Jesus Christ. I think that's an anti-joke. Yeah, that must be a rock gnome.
Let's not
joke.
get too meta on Warden. He's still learning the basics of humor. Let's not get too complicated here. Yeah.
You know, rock gnome humor is a very sophisticated art.
Is it all about rocks, or
It takes a
is
very
that just a
high
happy
IQ
place?
Rocks
to understand.
rocks are deeply interwoven into their culture. They literally named their race after it.
That's all you see down there. Just
Well, there's
rocks.
a lot of fungus and mushrooms too. You got mushroom jokes somewhere.
Oh yeah, they're coming. Don't worry. Save those for later, though.
Yeah, Warden's still on.
Rock Gut is everybody in your clan named Rock something? Is it like just like
No.
a common like I'm Rock Gut? Maybe you're Rock.
No,
I don't know.
Mama.
It's another.
Nut.
my mom's name is Carvella, and my dad's name is Pyra. They named me Rock Gut. What's weird about that?
I was simply asking. It seemed like
I mean,
I mean, like you just said, your culture revolves around rocks. Essentially, it sounds
Well,
like.
it's not because we worship him. It's because it's all there is to see. That's literally the environment. That and monsters. You work with what you have.
Gotta trust your gut. Your rock
Sure.
gut.
Right.
I just
I don't know.
I don't get it, because where I'm from it's mostly sand, but we're not named sand this or sand that, you know.
Well, I'm sorry my parents weren't creative. Why don't you take it up with them?
But Tessa, don't you have like 18 names?
Yeah, none of them are sand related. I just don't understand.
That's even weirder.
Look, it might not be the most fancy name in the world, but it was a good one. And I like it. And frankly, it's one of those things that's tying me back to my family. So appreciate, leave it alone.
No, I mean even the slightest offense. I apologize. More curiosity.
It's fair enough.
Are we just sitting around the campfire before bed, kind of
Yeah,
thing?
staring into the fire. Just
Contemplating. So you know, if you are gonna attack this camp, which it sounds like you are, that you probably are facing a very dangerous fight.
Yeah.
And you know, as you make attempts at silly jokes to alleviate some of the pressure, you're remembering the elite guard, which you never even really encountered in the DeSantis mansion, is probably who you would be facing. And you're going to have to do it quickly, presumably, because, you know, if this is a smuggling cove, if this is like what they think it is, which is what the Cree word and what the Profashis thought might be there, they might be preparing to move these slaves. They may have been delivered here to be moved to another location or taken to market, essentially. So
How long ago
they might not
Well-
even be there anymore.
were you attacked? What's his name?
He was attacked. Corduroy was attacked about
Corduroy,
3
yes.
weeks ago.
Oh my. Okay. We're
Um,
late to the party.
but they weren't delivered here 3 weeks ago. It took a while to get from
Okay.
where they were attacked to here. And you can probably infer that part of the reason the head of the DeSantis family left his mansion about a week ago might have had to do with the arrival of this group here. So they've probably been here almost a week, if they are still there.
Did Solros see a picture of the head DeSantis guy, or is
He
that
did.
just an okay?
I'm
Solros
sorry,
is
He
going,
didn't see a picture.
or he saw him.
He saw deers turn into him.
Okay, can Solros disguise himself as the DeSantis guy before we go to bed and see if he recognizes him? Do I look familiar to you?
I'll make a perception check for him.
Come on, NPC, you can do it.
Oh.
Good boy, got a boy.
Yeah, you look. That looks like the guy that came into the. He was the one that came and joined, and then after he came, the slavers or the people that attacked us left, and they didn't come out with the furbolgs. So, yeah, I saw him. He left too, though, a couple days back. That was when I started leaving for Starkhaven.
Okay. Thank you.
Went in with a lot of people, but he only came out with like 2.
He came in with a lot of his own people, and they stayed.
Well, I think, yeah.
Well, they didn't come out. Okay, like guards, you mean? And
He certainly
Or-
looked dangerous.
yeah, armed folk. Okay, I'll untransform. Yeah. Okay. Well,
It is worth noting, while Saros does have actor, he did not have it, and he did not know that he was going to need to study that guy when Deer's
oh, yeah.
He needs to have heard him for a minute to be able to fully mimic the sounds and the speech, and then he'd still be mimicking, really Deer's actual mannerisms and actions. Even though
Copy of a
the
copy.
voice. He can transform into him, but he cannot use actor in this case because he hasn't actually seen or observed the man himself.
That makes sense.
Clark
Soros
is
have no idea what you're talking about, but
So happy I
sounds
get to immediately invalidate the feats y'all are taking.
sounds interesting. Okay, well, we can probably plan more when we actually get to the town, but we need to act quickly, I think.
All right.
I mean, we should just go in and slaughter all of them. That seems the most fair and reasonable thing we could do.
Agreed.
In terms of what is good and right, I agree 100%, but these are tough people. One of them almost killed you at the house, Silky. These are tough people.
I have no memory of this.
He's talking about Regal. Regal,
Yeah.
Oh.
beat your
Regal,
ass
who
up
like
on the way out of
speared
the
you in the
manor.
butt.
And then
Oh,
also
right.
you fought in the 1v1 tournament.
Yeah.
Worth noting,
If we
though,
assume-
Regal does not work for the DeSantis family so much
That
as
is
he was
true.
temporarily hired as a mercenary. And I believe he told Warden that he was catching a boat to Kirkwall.
Yeah.
So,
Vinny's confused and he's gonna be like, imagine there's 10 Regals inside the cave. Can we take on 10 Regals? I don't know.
Absolutely.
I mean, it'll be tough, but I think this has become our most
We
pressing
have to
course
do
of
it,
action.
obviously. I think we
Yeah.
need a good. I think we need a good plan, though.
That's fair. It's always better to have an idea of what you're getting yourself into or how to deal with whatever you're going to find down there.
Roy, were there other prisoners besides our family?
I didn't see anyone.
Okay, so
There might have already been people down there. I don't know. The group that took us only had us.
okay.
We kept them in like a covered wagon so nobody could see them. I don't know. It's,
Well, we can talk more about our ideas for plans in the morning, but right now we need a think we all need some rest.
A lot of
Absolutely.
progress today.
Yeah, big day.
I can't
So-
believe Chief Fawn is dead.
Not
What
Chief on.
Funny.
God.
Maybe after I kind of turn, maybe after this we can, do a proper burial ceremony for Fani.
I think she'd like that.
Fani was my older sister, probably the one I was closest to. She's just kind of nodding. Really looks like she's in a trance, just staring at the fire.
She
Really,
was a really good person.
noticeably more quiet than usual.
Mm,
Yeah, we're gonna miss her. She was one of the best of us.
Sorry to hear that.
But we have to save the rest of them.
That there's no other option.
Agreed. Are you sure there's no way I can help? Just want me to wait?
This is how you're helping. Surviving and helping rebuild the clan. That is how you're gonna help, and I need you to stay alive to do that.
Okay. I can do that. Sam, you're crushing it with the music, by the way.
I do what I can.
All right.
Are we all
You take
going
a
to
long-
sleep
take a long
or?
rest? All going to sleep. Warden,
Yeah.
stand up, presumably,
Yep.
and go ahead and roll perception.
Too bad I'm not very good at this.
Let's say like the balance is Warden doesn't have to sleep.
yeah.
You know, as you look around,
It balances out.
The night's calm. It's pretty boring compared to last night and the fight you got to have. You find yourself. There's something that someone said earlier that you can't quite get off your mind. They were talking about winking. You don't know what that is, but you're trying to see if you can like turn off just one eye at a time. It's not working so far.
Just closes both of them for like extended periods of time.
You don't notice anything. Seems to be a pretty calm night, though. Nothing is attacking or assaulting your camp at the very least. The group is largely sleeping soundly. Silky looks a little restless in her sleep.
Yeah,
And
Silky. Oh, I was just gonna say Silky probably wakes up a few times in the night, checks on Roy, goes over to Warden. I know I can rely on you with this, but I want you to show him absolutely no mercy tomorrow. And don't kill any of the blue people.
Worry not. We shall murder them all.
I want to make your god proud in this. And in turn, you will make our tribe proud.
I have a feeling we will bring much strife to their camp.
All right.
Sorry, I'm making sure our dog isn't eating anything.
Oh yeah, I know that.
We're good. We're good.
Much strife will be brought to the house above Margot.
Warden's vocab word of the day. Strife.
The fury,
Yeah.
the furry beast. Come here.
Warden's having a hell of a day. He's got a new word to describe his god.
He's blinking.
He's blinking.
He's got a horse.
He's gonna win a spelling bee. And he'll be
Soon,
a
soon
real-
he will be riding the red horse of nightmare, devouring flesh as it goes from village to village.
I just got a heavy armor this horse now.
Get some nice barding going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battle horse.
Warden, your horse looks very
Yeah.
sick recently. Something.
Make
No, look,
a
it seemed to have handled the meat fine. It's just not as preference.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah.
got protein shits.
the shit's as large as rock.
God, one of the
Very
horses.
sweaty.
One of the horses is ripping ass, and it smells bad. To everyone but Warden, who I don't know if he has a sense of smell.
Oh no.
But we're too scared to say anything. So okay, all right.
All right.
Oh, hello.
What a
Hey,
good
why is
girl.
my Discord getting a
Look at
notification?
that cute bow.
Is she looking at the camera? Who can tell?
She knows. She's just such. The camera loves her.
Yeah.
So, The next day, you're able to start moving pretty quickly. It's a relatively somber morning, as you all know that there's work ahead. You do arrive to Ambervale, and it's a fairly small enough town, pretty simple. And you come into the square. Corduroy is going to point out a tavern nearby that he had already visited, that he could go stay at, and y'all could go group up and make your plans, get directions to check out the next establishment.
Are we coming in from the
Or
north?
you can go straight there. You are coming in from the east, so you're going to be coming in from the right.
Gotcha.
To the
Silky's
north.
gonna want to keep going.
To the north is the ocean and the road to Ostwick, which kind of travels near the coast. It's not really a beach; it's more like a cliff down into the ocean. If you went a little bit further north. So Silky wants to keep going.
Silky wants to get there as fast as possible.
I'm too
Very
scared to
fair.
tell Silky no.
I think stopping for an hour and just figuring this out might be
Corduroy is-
worthwhile.
At this point, you want him to stay here, is what you're telling him?
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to give y'all directions for where he tracked them to. It's essentially like a clearing and a cave that seems to be near the ocean.
That's west of town?
It is north of town, about an hour and a half outside of town. It's about...
Yeah, I mean, I think we can make it.
It's like noon, probably. You made good time.
Yeah, I think we can make it to the encampment pretty easily, even if we do stop. So we might as well have one last hearty meal before heading out and nail down an idea for course of action.
And if we are trying to get some sort of advantage, it might be worth waiting until nightfall anyways.
Probably.
If
Or
I'm,
maybe nighttime is when they do all their dirty work.
Maybe we should have someone scout it out just to make sure. God forbid that they haven't left.
I think 1 hour will be enough time to be fully ready to go and will be worth a stop. And then we can press on for the cave.
Fine.
at least have somewhere to come back to afterwards.
Okay.
We
So,
haven't let the shit we're carrying.
Be able to
It's an hour and a
stroll
half
into
on horse, right, Dylan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Or how long is it by foot, would you
Probably,
say?
probably just an hour. I'll say when you're on the horse.
Okay. We may want to leave the horses here, too.
That's probably going to be simplest.
All right. Well, you're able to walk into the tavern. You see a man pouring a draft. Not really very full today. This is a well-traveled town, but not a very big town. It's on the main road between two major free marcher cities, and so it sees a lot of through traffic, and that's kind of reflected, you can see, in a good number of stores for a town this size, and a pretty spacious tavern, even if it's not particularly full at this time.
It's the Buc-ee's of towns.
I was talking about Buc-ee's yesterday. They don't even know here. Now that I'm telling all my
Oh
friends
my
I'm going
God.
back home, one was like,
They're
"Oh,
spreading really far.
There
across
is-
the
I
south. I'm
literally-
surprised
There
they
is a
don't
Buc-ee's
know.
about 15 minutes away from Birmingham.
Okay.
I
That's
literally
wild.
was telling someone about Buc-ee's today.
It's so weird. Coming to Texas, like, people are so obsessed with this fucking gas station. It's like,
Right?
It's a sick
Right?
gas
I agree.
station, though,
I'm with you on
dude.
this.
It is
I
a
just
sick
love
gas
the little
station.
statue of the guy out.
Little Buc-ee.
I don't know.
I
I,
love
like
Mr.
the
Bucky.
the Bucky statue is pretty good. Yeah.
Tear
Um,
down this
They
statue,
have
huh?
so much stuff. Like, you get good food.
I mean, it's cool. Yeah, the jerky's not bad.
I'm not
People
saying
watching.
like I wouldn't like go on a trip just to stop at Buc-ee's, but if I have the opportunity to stop at a Buc-ee's when I'm already doing something, you bet your ass I'm gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
You think
Fair
I'm gonna
enough.
stop at a fucking Shell instead? God.
God no.
Mm,
I will approach.
And usually the gas is cheaper.
And the bathrooms are pristine.
that was the original selling point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll approach the barkeep and just say, just round of food if you have it. We won't be in long. Just looking for a meal on the road.
Alright, not a problem. See, he's like looking past you. I can see some horses out front. You wanna? It'll cost you a little bit to stable those if you like, or if you're gonna be in and out fast. I guess you can keep yourself, but I can get you some food. Anything in particular you're interested in? We got some chicken, some little pork I could make up real quick. Got a stew. I had a stew from last night, but I can warm it.
I think let's just take the chicken, I guess. I know that tastes all right.
I buy a chicken for the horse.
Okay.
Oh my god.
a live chicken.
Or whatever he has.
I've
I don't
seen-
know.
I've legitimately seen a video of a horse eating a baby chicken. Just,
Are we gonna want
Like
to?
your ISIS videos or something. That's fucked up,
Fucked
dude.
up. You're fucking
It's
up.
really fucked up.
This is why your YouTube recommendations are all over the place, Chris.
What's going on? Chicken versus horse.
Dylan, I have a quick question.
What's up?
So my axe,
Mhm.
what happened to it, and can I get it repaired quickly?
Oh yeah.
Repaired? Yes. Quickly? Probably not.
Okay.
So you hit a gray ooze that seemed to be very acidic and basically damaged one of the edges of it.
Okay. So I can't like sharpen it and make it better?
It's more like the blade probably needs to be replaced. Like
Okay.
the two-sided axe head that you've got is what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like you need to replace one of those blades. Probably means you need to replace the full blade. You could also just buy a new axe, but I mean you've had this axe for a long time. There's some sentimentality.
Can
there.
I mean, are there any weapon shops
There is. Yeah.
in town?
Before she goes off,
There's a
I'll
small stall
offer
and
her.
a blacksmith. You can tell in passing you saw it. He's probably not a weapons expert, I would imagine he mostly deals in horseshoes and farming tools, but he could certainly do the work. And I think Warden's about to offer you the flamberge that he's been sitting
Yeah,
on.
I'll offer her the great sword since I have felt good with my long sword.
Ooh, hang on. Let me. You said great sword?
Yeah.
Okay, give me. We can do other things, and I will let you know in a minute.
Are we gonna want to keep the horses
Y'all do
with
have
us
some
or
money.
leave them here?
I think we want to leave them here.
I think it would probably be safer you had to leave them, and we can just go on foot and be a little stealthier about it.
The fuck
Yeah.
are my other glasses?
So, all the bad people are down in a cave somewhere. Obviously, first course of business would be to scout out, make sure everybody's actually there. Anybody have any fun tricks they want to bring up now before we get there about how we want to assault this place?
Well, if it is by the ocean, I do not need to breathe, so I could take the ocean route.
You are gonna make my encounter so weird. I'm on board.
I would rather
Darn.
not go
Oh,
near the
I'll
ocean.
nod like I'm like, good idea, but I'm also just very confused. What does he mean? It's a cave? Well, we snuck into a cave once before with Rockgut as a lizard, although it wasn't that sneaky.
There's
Perhaps
no
it
one
could
trying
be-
to kill me.
Perhaps you could, I don't know, something a little stealthier this time, maybe? Just to get a look out of it?
I can turn into another rat if you want. Those usually work pretty well for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine sneaking in, trying to see what I can see, and then getting out would be first order of business. Theoretically, I could mold some earth, so I could maybe dig a hole to sneak around the entrance to the cave, but it's pretty slow. So, unless you want to be sitting there for a while waiting for me to move all this, we'll have to go through the front.
Yeah, I
We
think
could
the
lure
first
them out.
we could. That's a
Do
good
we
idea.
Do we think there's going to be traps? I imagine there's going to be traps, I should say.
Well, maybe not. It'd be hard to get around, get the
It
slaves
sounds
around.
like a somewhat makeshift area. It's not like a true home base, I would not expect. So maybe they're just there for the time being. Maybe not too trapped. But the idea of luring them out that is interesting. You could get some of them on our own footing and then take out the rest inside. But if these are slaves, I wonder if they sense there's like a rescue effort. I I kind of paused there. I'm not really sure what to like. I don't know how much they value these lives,
Like,
if that makes sense.
Slave traders are always going to be risky,
In
are
terms
risk
of like,
averse.
well, in terms of like them maybe taking hostages, and because if they realize we're there to rescue them.
Benny, you actually have a good point. I might want to use my disguise self when we first get there, so they don't,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
threaten my nieces or nephews.
Because
The
Dylan,
boulder is coming back.
did they say there's ships like that are taking these people off, or what? Or like how are they transporting the slaves? Do we know that? Sorry if I missed that.
They were transported here in covered wagons.
Okay.
You had read from the documents that you stole and what Creeward was able to figure out after you turned it over to him. He thinks this is a smuggling cove and that they essentially put them on a boat here to transport them. That's what he thinks.
this is more of a cove with water rather than a cave. Is that what you're saying?
Corduroy saw a cave entrance.
Okay.
Creeward thinks this is where they are transporting these slaves onto a ship. And
Corduroy, how close
presumably
was
in a cove
a
with
body
no
of
boat.
water to this cave?
Ocean
Did you
was-
see anything
ocean was-
close to here?
Ocean is right on the other side of the cliff.
I don't
Okay.
like all this water talk.
But it's close to the ocean.
That could also be an escape route for them, so I feel like we might just have to move quickly and go in all at once. Simply because if we take too much time, there's a lot they can do, you know? They can either escape on the boats or they can mess with the hostages, stuff like that, you know? So we may just need to go as quick as we can once we're there.
Well, I
Alright.
could go via
I
the
like
sea and sink their boat if that is possible.
Hmm.
I mean, I can wild shape into a fish, so two of us could bird down a ship.
I like this idea of burning ships. Have you heard of Molotov cocktails? You can just throw them there.
What is Molotov?
Well,
It's
we
a
can talk about that after this.
Dwarven word,
it's a
I
giant
think,
it's
yeah.
a giant word, I'm pretty sure.
Like language of origin, please.
I think Brorek, yeah.
Duh.
That's about it.
You just
Um,
wait until you meet the storm giants. They have very interesting accent.
Good, good.
The bottles are like huge because they're giants.
Honestly, the actual
Oh my
impact of the
God.
bottle does way more damage than the fire.
I can't believe it. So we
Well,
definitely need to get a look at this place first.
first order business. Silky makes sure she's disguised, and then We
Well,
can-
not yet. Not yet.
No, right. I mean, depending on what the skies, of course. But
Yeah.
we sneak up fairly close to the camp. All transform into something small and discreet, and try and get a sense of the land, and then we'll get a better sense of the area and maybe come up with a more nuanced battle plan. You can always have Warden try and sneak up from the ocean, or we just rush them in, or make them come out on their own terms. We'll just have to see what options we have when we get there.
So at this point, the barkeep has brought you all your food, and he actually is approaching Warden separately. Excuse me, sir. You want to? He's like, here's some cooked chicken. I have a live or a baby chicken, if that's more what you were after. You were very broad in your request.
What would a horse eat?
Well, I have oats and hay. There's some wheat. There's some feed out in the stables.
No, of the chickens, what would the horse eat?
You know what? I'll just bring you all three and let you deal with that. He brings he brings you a small baby
Lord.
chicken, one grown live chicken.
Corduroy turns to me and goes, "Is no one gonna tell him that horses don't eat meat?"
We let him do what he
We-
wants.
Yeah.
I once heard a tale of a horse eating a baby.
Morteza is Chris.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Chris is Morteza.
I
That
heard it
sounds
in
like
a,
Warden. It sounds like the baby chicken might be the way to go then.
I heard in a tavern story.
It was
It
called
was-
Live Leak. Yes,
It was a,
that was the
A
name of the
series of-
tavern.
It was on Reddit. It was on
a
Reddit.
series of pictures scrolled on parchment, and then you just click through really
Well,
quickly.
Reddit is actually, the very
town message
forward-thinking.
board.
It's the Jehennan newspaper, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. With flip books.
That's
actually.
real. That's in this world now.
Goodness.
Mm. Well,
I give all three to the horse and see what they want.
So you're trying to make this horse eat one of these, right?
Oh,
I'm gonna-
absolutely.
I kind of want to grab the baby chicken and
How are you?
I wanna make
how are
this
you
a
going
nightmare.
about? How are you going about trying to get your horse to eat this?
No, I just have all three in my hands, and I offer it to the horse to see
Okay,
what it
okay.
wants.
Right. But I was gonna have you roll you definitely roll
Like-
animal handling. I was probably gonna
Right.
have you roll either persuasion or I was if you depending on how you want to go about this, I was gonna maybe let you roll intimidation if you prefer. To try to,
I'd rather
try to
roll
force-
intimidation.
Okay, so
but-
roll animal handling, and if you're really trying to intimidate your horse into eating one of these, then roll intimidation. Okay. God, I want this to happen so bad.
I'm gonna turn to Rocco and be like, "Are we really gonna let him feed that baby chicken to his horse?"
I'll roll.
It's
I'm rolling a
kind
one
of his
d20.
thing.
I'm rolling a 1d20 for it. 1 to 2. Or you know what? No, 19 to 20 is the baby chicken.
Okay.
17 to 18 is the cooked meat. 16, he'll try to take a bite from the full-grown chicken. Anything
Okay.
else? Anything else? Nothing happens.
Okay.
I mean,
Nat 20,
it's
nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Damn.
sometimes you
Uh.
just need nature to run its course, and if the horse wants to eat, it'll eat.
I just
I don't
looked
know
to check
what
it.
nature is like under
The horse,
under
the
the
horse
rocks.
is kind of nudges the. It doesn't seem to like the chickens. Kind of tries to kick away at it a little bit, pushes the baby off the stall onto the ground. It's fine. It lands and lives and goes back to eating its hay.
I look
think
to check
that's your
it, and
answer.
I give it back. I give whatever is alive back to the barkeep.
Okay, that's fine. He takes the chickens and is eyeing you warily as you go back to your table, and you are all able to finish eating. And we are not going to get fully into the fight, but if you like, I can show you the map, and we can scout
Yes.
a little bit
Yeah.
before we end the
Yeah.
session.
Yes.
Silky, do you want to stop by a weapon shop real quick, or is the greatsword going to be good?
Oh yeah,
for
what do you want?
Would I I'm trying to determine, would I be proficient in a great sword?
Yeah, you'd be. There's no proficiency. You have heavy weapons.
Yeah, I think it's just that you're not proficient in just a great axe. I don't believe you're proficient in
No.
like a type of weapon. No, it's like martial weapon or some shit.
Yeah, martial weapons.
Yeah, a great sword would fall into that category.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm just gonna use the great sword. This will do. I will make sure to honor your god with your gift with it
Just
afterwards.
make sure you take it out of your inventory, Warden.
Yeah, I hand it over gingerly and say, "Kill many."
So this great sword, which he purchased in many days ago in Oakhurst, is a flamberge specifically. So it's got a long,
Oh.
wavy blade. If you've ever seen a
Ooh.
flamberge, it's
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of like, I'm not gonna lie, like Aladdin.
Okay.
Nope, not what I was thinking of.
It's pronounced flamberge.
Flamberge. Oh, this is a cool
Flam-
weapon.
Flamburger.
Flamberg.
Flamberger.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Yeah, it is. A
I
cool
like the
weapon.
waviness of it.
It's a really cool looking
Thank-
sword.
I like go up to Warden and put my hand on his shoulder. I thank you for this and appreciate your helping my family.
Well, honor the weapon, and we shall see how it goes.
I promise I won't attack any gray sludge this time.
I hope
That
she
will
gets.
be for the best.
I hope she gets the light weapon option so she can just fucking like chuck a sword. at
That'd be
somebody. All right. So as y'all begin to leave town, traveling north, following the directions from Corduroy, leaving him behind at the end, you take your horses or no?
No.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, we
Leave
Leave
your
that, yeah.
horses, their food. Still
Their
have
chicken.
Barry with you. Still have 2 owl bear skins in there. And should I just assume going forward, Silky, that you're just gonna like skin every animal you get your hands on?
You know, it just depends. I was just thinking like
I'm feeling it, to be
because
honest.
this guy, yeah.
I hope
honestly,
you just go.
I mean,
You
can
just
make
fucking
money
drape
from
this
it.
owl bear and make a full on cape or something.
It's like a secondary. It's my outer cape. I have still my inner cape. This is my scouting cape, and it has like the head is like.
That's not the ocean.
Yeah, fuck off.
It's
The ocean's on the other side.
okay.
Just,
Good,
just
I
off
don't-
the map. It's
I don't
crazy.
want
Listen,
it to be the
I'm
ocean.
limited. I'm
You-
limited by the
Connor,
art
do you
of
not
my
see
time.
the blue area? That's the ocean.
God.
We need to get you like an online map generator so you can make your own.
Ugh, I don't want to.
Chris, paint him
That's a
some
lot of
maps.
work.
Get your
Have a
minis.
map.
It's a ton of work.
I can't.
We're getting
paint
close
it.
at all. We're gonna start being very
So-
sneaky about
That's a
it.
Super
giant.
sneaky.
Ah!
Duh. Yes, I have the Molotov.
he's gonna get a.
There's like 4 guys carrying it.
As you approach, go ahead and make a stealth check.
I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace
Wait.
on us.
Wait, which way are we approaching from?
You'd be approaching from the south, so y'all would be below the little like pool of water, the
Okay.
small pond.
I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us. And say, stay close, stay close.
I also need
Bad
you to
news.
make a perception check. Actually, no,
Every-
passive perception. Rocket, you got like 1,000,000 passive perception, right?
I have 20.
Okay, everyone just make stealth checks. Jesus Christ. By the way, Sam.
Hey,
There's no way. There's no way these guys
I
hide from
see
you.
y'all.
We all have
Yeah,
a
you see 'em.
disadvantage. A ton of us have disadvantage.
Yeah.
It already
Okay.
brings it into it. Huh?
wait, wouldn't I
Um,
have?
What?
I was gonna say,
Oh.
can I get
Oh, it
advantage from my
does.
cape
Okay.
and
That's
my
nice.
both my capes?
No. Cape does not give advantage on stealth. It gives you blur. All right.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Vinny, you can give someone advantage.
I will give Warden advantage.
Okay.
How many reroll?
So Warden, no, you just got a 14.
Oh, the 14. Okay.
So, 24 for Warden, 17 for Raka. Pass without trace is busted, y'all.
It's what I'm good for.
15's for me.
25 for you. Someone roll for Salros, please. 13
Okay.
for Vinny. The weak link. Vinny the Gooch.
That's me. My heavy armor. Oh, there we go.
32 for
Ooh.
Salros.
Stealthy boy.
You guys are struggling to see Salros, and you're right next to him. Okay.
They'll never. The shadow knows. That's what he said.
So, as you approach from the south, you're able to spot from good ways away what looks to be a lookout on like a small raised mound, and you can't see the cave yet, but you can hear the ocean, which is totally there, assholes, on the other side of the cliff. And this seems to be the place that looks. He looks not too dissimilar from the type of people that you've seen employed already by the DeSantis family. He's in pretty good armor. Looks to be like splint or something close. So, if y'all were to approach, you would probably be seen, as it's pretty open at this part. You've gone through the forest for a little bit before hitting this cliff, and he has a very good vantage on y'all.
Where are we, Dylan? Like approximately?
You would be. You're
South
not
side.
really on the map, but if you were just to
Okay.
continue walking, you'd be over here, where the little fire is going off.
Okay, sure.
Can we?
Are there any lights from inside the cave we can see, like a fire torch or
You
something?
can't even see the cave.
Okay. The ocean's in the way. Gotcha.
We got a lookout up
All
ahead.
right.
I'm kidding. I'm
smart guy.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Vinny's powers mysteriously desert him as he loses the
Yeah,
favor of
he's
whatever
lost God's
deity.
favor.
Yeah.
Rock Gut, can you like sneak around and slit that lookout's throat?
I
Riddle.
am not that strong, but I can sneak around and try and get a better sense of where this cave is.
I think the rat idea is the way to go.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Well, let's just have me and I guess Vinny real quick just keep on going ahead. Y'all stay out of sight, just so we can stay stealthy, and I can try and get a sense of what else we can see.
Alright.
So I would probably just walk with Vinny in the northern direction and try and get a bead on where the scout is looking and what areas they're trying to cover and where they're trying to make sure nobody walks around.
So, Vinny, you're not used to the weight of your new armor, and it's kind of throwing off your ability to move stealthily. And as you're trying to maneuver slowly with Rocket to get a little closer, Rocket, you're able to peer out, and you can kind of make out the cave and what looks to be two more people standing near the entrance of it. Vinny trips into a bush, and you see like a flock of birds kind of get spooked and fly off. They probably
Alright,
saw
great job.
that, and they would. You don't see them right now from where you are, thankfully. Like you have a kind of a vantage that you can't see them, but they wouldn't be able to see you. But they saw those birds. You'd bet. So
And
they would probably be looking in your direction at the moment.
Can I see where everybody else is hiding from where we are? Are we like turned a corner?
You went a little ways away from your group. So like if they were over here, you would be like over here. Right now.
I'll look at Vinny and
Still not on the map. You're keeping
Yeah.
your distance. Like I said, you were able to spot the lookout so early. You know that they have a good vantage on you if you get too close. So you're keeping your distance. You're trying to keep the trees and the larger, like, I don't even know what the fuck these are. Like a rock hill. I don't know what to call that.
Mounds.
Yeah, you're keeping them in between the rocky outcrops. I don't know. You're keeping them in between you, so that he literally just is not able to see you.
I'll pull Vinny out of the bushes and say, on second thought, maybe bringing you was a mistake, but that's
I
okay.
wasn't going to say anything, but
You know, I thought the magic
he's no
user
longer a
might
stealthy boy.
help,
now
might
that
be
he's
more
got his
helpful.
armor.
Well, we need to. So they probably saw that. Just kind of a word of the wise. So before we make our way back to everybody else, we need to make sure that they're not looking at us when we move. So you stay here. I'm gonna keep an eye out on that one guy looking out at us. And once I see him stand down, get back at ease, we'll head back to the group, and I'll see if I can wild shape in there and get some more information.
so just stay here and don't
Do
fall.
not move a muscle.
Okay.
Be good.
I will give him blessing of the trickster now. Since he's gone out.
Does that drop your pass without a trace?
No.
Okay. I will assume a position that can at least like get a sense of where the lookout's looking, and I assume I'll be able to tell when they think it's just the birds and kind of get back to a normal watch.
You can't see him, and you're
Yeah.
you can try to duck your head out if that's what you want to do to get an eye on him, or you
Yeah.
can wait until you think would be enough time for him to not to be looking over here anymore. There isn't a lot of
No.
action or activity in the area, so you can assume he's probably keeping an eye out and a roving watch.
Right.
Was that-
No, I think you would want to get an eye on the scout before making a decision about when to go. So,
Make a stealth check.
yeah. Hey,
Jesus Christ, I'm not even gonna roll. He doesn't see
Thank
you.
goodness.
30.
sneaky boy.
So you're able to like very slowly get one like eye out around the eye. He is looking in your direction. He doesn't see you as far as you can tell. You don't see any reaction. And you quickly duck your head back. But he's looking in his
Okay.
direction.
All right. Well, he's looking at us. So if you try moving, you'll probably see us. So
The way you came avoided his gaze by keeping things between y'all. And you could go back to join your group without him literally just not having a
Oh.
line of sight on you. Yeah.
Oh,
If that's what you're trying to do.
yeah,
We're
I was
not
trying to
stuck
just.
out here.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
you're not
gotcha.
stuck.
My bad.
You're not stuck.
I
But if you
misinterpreted.
were trying to continue to move and
Yeah,
get like a better vantage on the cave, or try to get to more to the cliff so that you could be near the ocean, which is totally there.
You can hear it.
You can hear it. Yeah, the waves.
smell it, yeah.
The salt is in the air. If you
How
if you were
close
trying to
nightfall is
proceed,
it?
there's almost no way he wouldn't see you because you would have to be
Yeah.
out in the open for a little bit, and he's looking in your direction.
Yeah, I would.
But
That's
you could go back to join the group.
yeah. All right, we got as far as we can go together. We can regroup with the group and all figure out something to wild shape into, and we'll try this again. And on that note, are there any major fauna creatures out here that look like something that could wander around a cave without getting too noticed? I guess it could be
you
like
can't
a
transform
flight.
into birds yet, can you?
Well, nothing with a flying speed, so it could be a flightless bird.
Like a penguin or a
Yeah, penguins.
Ostrich.
Penguins are actually native to this part of the free marches, so that
Crabs
won't-
are on the
Of
beach.
course.
Could be a crab.
You've seen deer in the area. A deer getting close could be dangerous for yourself, though. You saw what seemed to be this like small, weird furry creature with like a striped tail. You haven't seen anything like it before. It had like a black markings on its face and around its eyes. It looked like it was wearing a mask. You could transform into that. You could also just go with the rat, which is a classic.
Rat is a classic.
In the pet store, you saw some other options, things like ferrets. I think you could technically be a spider, couldn't you?
Yeah. That's probably gonna be my go-to.
It'll probably take a very long
Something
time.
small. A bug.
Well, what about like a huge spider? They wouldn't think that was weird. Probably.
Mega spider.
How close to nightfall are we?
Not very. It's
Okay.
like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Darn, I was hoping we were gonna wait.
You could.
Regular spiders do have a speed of 20 feet, so it's only a little bit shorter or slower than me. I'll bring Vinny back to the group and kind of huddle everybody around and say, all right, there's 3 scouts looking out. It's a pretty good sign that we're going to have even more in the cave proper. So best we all be ready for a long fight. I think I'm of the opinion that either we try to take them on one by one or try and draw everybody out into the open. I don't think trying to do a pincer maneuver or an alternate route is going to work. So I can work either way. If we want, I can become a spider and try and duck into the cave and see just how many we're fighting. But I think the answer is going to be a shit ton. So it just depends on whether you want to fight in the shade or in the sun.
Do any of us have long range attacks? We could maybe wait until
I mean,
later, and
Scorching Ray's 120 feet. That's my longest.
if like 3 or 4 of us just line up shots on that one guy, can maybe take him out instantly.
More people will come, though. I don't think they would stay under siege.
Right. Well, they may go check out him up there and then give us a more open lane to the cave itself. I don't know.
I can also approach by sea and cut off their escape route. They transport.
You really
They-
love that sea idea. I'm kind of tempted to do it now.
I vaguely
can't-
remember that I have done something in the past.
Mortiza, what's that spell you used during that camp fight where you kind of killed everyone?
That is my racial heritage, Burning Hands.
So what if we lure them out and you did that?
Here.
You got to get pretty close for that, right?
It's a 15-foot cone. 3d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. But I could do that, but
It's good AoE, but 3d6
it's not gonna kill them,
probably isn't going to kill him. Or at least
I can't
Morteza's hoping it won't, I guess.
That's kind of, yeah, that's kind of, but,
I can't
Hold on.
imagine
They'll
that.
probably
if we-
die of natural causes.
Yeah.
The
heart
burns are
attack.
unrelated.
You help them get to their final demise. You didn't kill them. They would have died on their own.
Sometimes it is easiest to have the more experienced melee fighters take a choke point and push as a unit into a space rather than have everyone come out and potentially be surrounded. So that is a point for wanting to rush into the cave. Now, we don't know if they have a back entrance or an exit. They could run, but I feel like they're not the kind of people who would.
I'm just worried they're going to hold hostages.
They'll probably do that either way.
Not if we kill them quick enough. Or at least cause enough confusion.
Yeah. Can anyone like multiply?
Vin
Maybe.
can, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, what were you thinking?
I don't know. You cause a diversion, and then we can
So
attack.
I think we can do like one more thing before we call the session here. You could
Yeah.
start a fight with the people outside here. You could have Rocket go scout to try to learn a little bit more. or we can say this is where we call it, and we start next
Or-
session.
I think since we
deciding
have
on
the
plan.
option,
I think calling
Maybe
it might
we-
be good,
okay.
and we can.
Okay.
Well, no, so go ahead, Sophie.
If
Or, that's
I
it.
was
Sorry,
gonna say
Silky.
I was gonna have Rot Gut Scout just because
I mean,
we have the option.
Oh, yeah.
I think him transforming into a small spider is not a bad idea. So, do you want to do that, Rockgut?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It gives us
yeah.
more information to go off of. For,
If the
week.
rest of the group is all right with it, let me just get it real quick. My wild shape only lasts for it's 2 hours. Okay, so I should have plenty of time to actually get there from here.
We'll be a rat, and then
I'll
a
stay
spider.
behind this
Well, I want to
time.
hang on with one. Yeah, so I will become a spider and then start skittering away. And I don't know how much I'll need to, like, how big of a spider you're thinking. I'm just imagining, like,
That's a normal size
daddy-
spider.
yeah, just a regular spider.
Yeah.
So I won't make a straight beeline for the cave, but I'm not gonna, like,
You don't even need
Really
to make
kinda-
you don't need to make a stealth check
Yeah.
as a spider.
yeah.
They're not killing every spider
So-
they see out here. That's not what they're looking for, or even some guild
Yeah.
register. Even if they do see you, you, as long as you're staying like not within arm's reach, you're not in
Mhm.
any real danger. They're
I
not
try
taking,
to, like,
they're not
get on the
taking
wall.
pot shots at spiders out here.
Yeah. I'd probably skip
they're-
on the bottom of the
They're
wall.
talking as you get close to them, and you do still understand human speech in spider form,
And I can read their lips.
and you can read their lips. So you head past them. They're not talking about anything too interesting. It sounds like there was a recent last shipment that they had been waiting on. Nothing too exciting. You're strolling into the cave. You see a small trap door, literally in just otherwise rock. It is not open, unfortunately. And
All right.
when you skitter around it, you don't really see a way through it. It's a pretty small, nothing cave, aside from this trapdoor that seems to lead to the next section. And then you hear, as you start to kind of like skitter back out after doing your run through. So when does the ship leave? It's supposed to take off in about 30 minutes. They just wrapped up loading everything, pretty sure. Be heading down there to change shifts in a bit.
Oh, shit.
And that's what we're going to call the session.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
We send Warden to sea.
Ordered to sea now.
Bitch, I can swim
Submarine. Yeah.
Da, da, da,
So,
Perfect
I
timing.
can, I can
Wow,
shatter a
Jay.
boat.
Betsy, you were
Dylan, I
you
was
did
not
great.
expecting family tragedy.
I have been
I'm
planning
on
this-
hiatus.
I have been planning this
Not
for so
cool, bro.
long. The only reason I didn't hustle y'all out of Starhaven faster was because you weren't here last week, and I didn't want to do that when you weren't here. You were awesome. You were crushing it
Yeah.
during the scenes with
Thank you.
Corduroy. Really great job. And
I love the names.
God, I can't believe Chief
The names are great.
God rest Chief on soul.
I thought it was a joke at first, and I was like, wait, no, this is real.
That's why she's
I only
silky.
captured the part of me just like started crying when
Keep on! Keep on!
Not Chief on!
I was so confused.
I've legitimately never had to say that word. But I'm gonna
Short
stand
for
by it.
chieftain on.
It's
Yeah,
very
Yeah, that's what I
fancy.
thought it was.
Yeah.
God, that's funny. No, yeah, you did great. Chris, holy fuck, you absolutely destroyed. You did like 40 damage to those owlbears alone.
The most damage, that's more than the whole campaign.
Yeah, that one owlbear survived Warden's huge hit with like 2 health. And then you just shoot a beam right through it.
I'm surprised some of that hit, honestly, but I guess
they
they're
don't have a lot of AC.
Yeah.
They're just beefy.
BP boys.
A lot of natural armor on creatures tends to be lower
No,
than real armor. Go figure.
I don't mind it because my rolls are not good.
I thought y'all did great.
Still,
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm
That was good.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to y'all
good, new, cool
storm
new
in the
map.
cave. A lot of stuff happened. Warden learned how to blink.
It's a good
Yeah.
meme going forward. I like that.
Yeah, for sure. I like that.
I'll
Every 5 seconds.
yeah. Because I was thinking about it. He's like, yeah, he's learning how to blink. I was like, well, he doesn't have eyelids.
That's about normal for a blink, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
In the lighthouse
the
when,
light just goes in and goes out.
I almost said like 2 seconds, and I was like, no, that's way too quick.
Just wait until Warden figures out Morse code. And then
Yeah,
it's going to next
I was
level.
already thinking that, honestly.
God, that's the message we need.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
way
there
to
you
talk
go.
to people.
That's how
at long
the
distance.
two of you are going to communicate in your underwater adventure that's coming up next session. is he's going to
There
look
better
at you
not
and
be
he's
a-
going to
Pirates of the
blink
Caribbean, when
rhythmically.
they have the boat and they're walking underwater, that's what I'm expecting.
I'm very excited to turn into a
Orteza
goldfish.
learns the NATO phonetic alphabet, just like Chris.
Yeah, it's just SOS because I'm underwater. I don't want to be underwater.
M as in Morteza.
So
Like
H
Pirates of the
as in
Caribbean.
Hafez.
I will say,
Ye-
you guys now know you are on on the clock because the ship's about to leave.
Yes, thank you, Rocket, for that feat. Came in very handy.
Yeah, I got you.
Another important note is that the Profashis warned you against attacking them. They said the elite guard of the DeSantis family, a lot of them, got left here, probably because they have what they consider to be a very valuable shipment in Silky's family, which I literally have had planned for a month.
Love it.
We're going for it.
That's
though. We're
that's
going
why
for
that
it.
was why I asked. It was like, hey, can you remind me about who some of your family members are?
You asked for my family tree.
Definitely because you might be going to see your tribe, and not because I'm going to kidnap half of them.
We're gonna avoid
So, yeah.
Silky's family entirely. That was the first impression. Silky was like, I don't think so. No. And then-
Try.
Yeah, maybe avoid.
Yeah. So you have a hard fight coming up. Is really all I'm saying, and you all know that in character.
I'll save
Oh,
it
yeah.
for
Hard
roll.
fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is anyone? Are we all good for normal time next Sunday, or
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yep.
Well, I mean, it depends if Clark gets back. I mean, he just might have to stay in
That's
Mexico.
true.
He's going
at
for
this
his
point.
third
Well, it's
bachelor
a
party
flexible
in a row.
bachelorette party
Yeah.
date, so I mean, who can say? Kathan, you good? You gonna
Yeah, I'm
normal
good.
time?
I'm good.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope you are all
Alright.
here. I have a fucking
That'd be great.
doozy of a fight plan for you.
Ooh.
So,
I
it
told
should be
you
fun.
it'd be like, there'd be 10 Regals going at us. It's gonna
That
suck.
would be fucked up.
Nah,
You
let me
want,
keep
you want to give
my
us
eye.
level 5 so we get multi-attack first?
I know.
Yeah.
Not the level I
That
balanced.
means it a
lot of
Not the level I
character
balanced
growth
this fight for.
gets-
I think
Does she-
personal tragedy
Mhm.
calls for level
Yeah.
5.
Oh, I need to think about if we're even doing inspiration, because if we were, I'd want to give you a point of inspiration, because I really did think you did great. One important thing to note, because we did have a change, which I kind of told y'all about last session, just going to reiterate. I want to make it a little bit more accessible for y'all to use items. You can basically, if you have a potion, you can like loop it into a belt slot that lets you use it as a bonus action instead of as a full action. And that is
Yeah,
gonna
maybe-
be, you can do that once before you've essentially expended that potion. And you can't it would be an action to replace the potion to get another one there usable. But it just something to let it be more accessible to use at least one consumable when you have the opportunity. So think about what potions you might want to have that ready for. If you want to distribute them amongst the group, I know Chris has been hanging on to something since the Sunless Citadel that would also
Yep.
help with AOE.
It might come up. It might come up.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
can
maybe
discuss.
Back against the wall.
Or
Back
just
against
like
the
some
wall.
board stuff.
He swings it down. I didn't kill them. The potion killed them.
Yeah, physics did.
It probably would have been smart to just check out the shops on the way out of
Probably.
town, but we would have missed the boat. If
You're in a
we
hurry.
had. So
Yeah.
we would have missed the boat.
Schrodinger's boat, Sam. It's always 30 minutes away from me. Just get there.
I know, right?
That's pretty great.
If you had waited until tomorrow, actually, it would have been gone. But you did hurry.
I would have ruined the entire.
Can you imagine?
Well, it's not like it just disappears. It's just not here. You can still track
You
it.
gotta keep chasing it.
Yeah.
Warden just runs underwater after it.
I need
Hi,
not
Warden.
sleep.
Jones!
All right.
David Jones.
Thanks, y'all.
We're
This was a fun
Cool.
one.
Bye bye.
Did you actually get the
Bye.
recording, Dylan?
Yeah,
Did you
I did.
record it?
Yeah, it's
Hey.
There we go.
Yeah, I'll post this one. The first
Cool.
5 minutes is
talking about Clark's bachelor party, though.
That's pretty.
Perfect.
That's
Yeah.